I reach the end of the trail. The air is still, and I am a hunter.
Good morning, Soldier Boy here, and welcome back to Assassin's Creed Rogue, live stream number 6, as we continue a journey with Shay and through the entire Assassin's Creed franchise. Good morning, I hope your week is going as you wanted it to.
Is found in ashes.
I could actually just press this and stop this going, shouldn't I? I like having it going in the background, but it's really confusing when I'm trying to talk at the same time. But good morning, I hope you're all well. We are live this morning for 3.5 hours as we continue our journey with Shay and Assassin's Creed Rogue. Now, we were told yesterday by Keller, one of our subscribers, that he believes there is only 6 sequences, which, if that's true, we could be finished this today. Now, that does mean we've still got the trophies to look at. And I just wanted to say this now, just before I end up saying it in the stream, when we're doing it, that if we finish today, and yet not once have we been advised, pushed, to go and actually explore and clear everything, I'm going to be extremely disappointed. I think this might be the first Assassin's Creed game that I'm going to end up disappointed with. Because if we finish the story, and yet haven't been encouraged to clear things, explore, and all that good stuff, then it's kind of an afterthought. I'm in two minds. I am worried that that's the way it's gonna go, and in doing so, I think it might be the first one I've been disappointed in. But we shall see. It's going to be an interesting one. But we're going to continue with the story, clear as we go where possible, and the aim will be continue with the story. If that finishes, we'll look to do some trophy hunting and clear everything in the game anyway. There's quite a lot in the game to do, aside from just the story. But yeah, I'm kind of hoping Keller was wrong. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I don't want to be disappointed. Keller was wrong. Right, cool. Sorry, I just need to check sound. Since I've had these headphones, I have to check sound every day. For those that haven't watched the scheduled video, we are live again this evening with Genshin Impact for 2 hours. That'll be this evening. Still not sure what's happening tomorrow. I need to work that out. Hopefully I'll know by this evening. So bear with me just while I tweet, as I can't type and talk. Nearly there. So yeah, the aim will be we'll continue the story. We'll do our usual thing. We clear as we go where possible, and then we'll just see how it goes. Obviously, there are going to be some missions to go back to because we didn't get the optional objectives cleared on some of them. Not many. To be fair, we've been quite good with optional objectives this time. Managed to achieve quite a lot of them in decent form, especially when we're trying to do it as we go. So pretty happy with that. And again, we still need to look at trophies. There is always this trophy element that we don't know what's going to be needed in that regard. So that's something to look at. Let's see what percentage it tells us we're at. 48%. Because this is the other thing. We haven't really explored New York. There's so much still to do. The fleet missions, I think we finished on 8 of 33. So I'm kind of in two minds. If the story does end prematurely, and yet there's still lots to do, brilliant. We get more time with the game, but at the same time, none of the other games have done this. So it's going to be an interesting one. So if you missed yesterday's stream, a lot happened. So where should we start? Well, we basically ended up killing 2 of our mentors. Kesagawasi, we had to go and rescue Monroe, and we ended up taking out Kesagawasi. I think that was yesterday. I'm getting confused between which days now. That could have been yesterday. If not, Adewale was the big one. We ended up having to kill Adewale after several fights and stuff at sea. And yeah, that was one even Shay didn't seem comfortable with doing, but when he did it, he seemed to accept that that was the case. Shay's mind has definitely turned more of vengeance against the assassins. It's quite weird seeing it play out, knowing that obviously this is Shay, this is the assassins. The game does encourage you to doubt whether the assassins are the true good guys, whereas all the other previous games, I've always said to you, the assassins are right, the Templars are wrong. The only one that didn't was Assassin's Creed 3, where Hytham was trying to convince his son that his view was wrong. And actually, he should be more of Hytham's view than his own. But then, Connor was brought by Achilles, so, you know, we've seen Achilles in this. His view's one way. But it is interesting to see these different viewpoints and, you know, who is right, who is wrong. We don't know. I think, and I said to someone in the stream yesterday or the day before when they were here, if you got both parties to sit down and just put their views across, their views will be the same. Because they all want peace. They all want to find these hidden relics. They just do it in different ways. That's all it is. So in some ways, both views are correct. They just can't seem to coexist. And that's the problem. But we'll see what happens. So we finished here yesterday, only for the primary reason we were actually near the mission. What I'm thinking before we head there, I want to go straight to here, the headquarters, because I want to try and get the fleet sent back out again. I want to keep that going, knowing there's 33 missions involved with the fleet. I kind of need to keep that moving as much as possible. If it wasn't so much to do with it, it wouldn't be so bad. But I think if we can keep it moving, the better for us. I'm assuming when we was offline, it would still complete the naval campaign. It did. Okay, that's what I kind of expected. It should have completed it. So that's why I did one just before we finished yesterday. We've now unlocked the Irish flag. So we're 9 of 33 of the 7 Years' War. Still lots to go. So Lagos is the next one. We'll unlock Gibraltar from Lagos. There's no point going back and doing others to a second time. I don't think. Because I think it's only the new ones that count. So we'll just go and make this not dangerous anymore. And then we will send the ships off. And then we'll crack on with the story. But because there's 33 of these to do, I need to make sure we're constantly on the go with these. As I say, I've got a feeling from what Keller was saying yesterday that if the story finishes completely out of the blue, there's still going to be lots of stuff we need to clear and finish. And I'm going to be a little bit frustrated, I think. Thanks for the like, with those, much appreciated. Okay. How safe is that now? Not really. Still risky, so we'll take it down one more time. I like the fact we can skip these, but you're not really saving that much time, because they don't take that long anyway. But I do tend to skip them. If you're not aware of what our plan is with Assassin's Creed, we are running through the whole franchise. After this, we've got 2 main games to do, and then the 2.5D side scroll. I can never remember the name of it. To do afterwards, and then we're going to be looking at what's next. Right, have we got a ship that meets the requirements? That's the question. We have indeed. The Sussex. We are going to need to get some more ships at some point, I think. Okay, as I say, we're just going to send. We're not going to do the other missions. We're just going to keep going with the 33 main missions of the fleet that we need to do to make sure we do them all. I'm assuming there's going to be a trophy involved. Generally there is. And it makes sense just to do it as and when we can. More money there. There's some crafting available. Let's have a quick look at the crafting menu. Wrong button. Would help, wouldn't it? So this is the other thing. If we finish this main story, we've barely done any crafting. Mainly because we've not needed to. As I say, This is probably going to be the first game that I'm going to be extremely disappointed with, I think. We'll see as we go. I don't know. We could be wrong, and there's lots more to do. Story-wise, it's not really coming to a head just yet. So I don't know. We'll see how this goes. But the plan is continue with story, clear as we go where we can. That is the plan for today. I need to go the other side of this. Where's the alleyway? There we go. I do like this bit. I like the way he jumps up there. I think that's quite cool. Okay, that was a bit of a bigger fall than I thought. Through the washing, as always. And we are going to see Caress of Steel for Sequence 6.
Where is your boss? I'll never tell. She'll kill me.
If you don't tell, he'll kill you.
If you want to know who she is, he's talking about Hope.
She's in that big mansion. The one with the gardens.
There's that killer instinct from Hytham. He doesn't care about other people's lives. He just kills when he wants to.
You didn't mention you had a hidden blade.
You thought you...
Okay. It looks like Shay has just worked out something about Hytham, but we'll go into that in a second. Let's have a look at Hope Jensen first. This is the person we're aiming to go after. Born in 1732, died in 1759. That means she was 27 when she died. Wow, okay. Hope was born in New York City to a modest family, but was placed in an orphanage after her parents died. She was adopted by a German couple who hoped to build a new life for themselves in the colonies. They symbolised this desire in the name of their adopted daughter, Hope. Bath City. Years of hard work finally paid off for Hope's father, who saw his business endeavours turn great profits, and her family rubbed elbows with New York's elite. But despite their wealth and best efforts to fit in, they are never truly accepted in New York's finer circles. Hope received a good education from private tutors and gradually realised that the world was unfair. In 1742, Hope's adopted father disappeared under mysterious circumstances, never to be seen again. Later that same year, her father's former business partners took control of the family business, leaving her adopted mother with nothing. Hope and her mother were destitute, forced to live on the streets. Hope's mother died after a long and painful disease. Despite Hope's best efforts at stealing food and medicine, Hope vowed never to depend on anyone ever again. Fun fact, life's not fair, but I've got to admire this girl's hustle. I think we've read a bit of this before, haven't we? In 1746, Hope met Achilles, who was impressed by... Yeah, we've read this. Okay. I think this is the bit that's been added. Hope was one of Shay's instructors. Though she often found him to be a hopeless student, the pair worked with Benjamin Franklin in an attempt to unravel the mystery surrounding the precursor artifacts. After Shay's defection, she continued to work with Franklin alone. Hope was killed when Shay attacked her in her mansion. I don't know why that's come up now, because that's kind of ruined it for us, hasn't it? I know that's where we're heading.
Yes, I suppose. Where did you get that?
Hope's mansion. As an assassin leader of New York's underworld, Hope Jensen used a mansion that was deadly and extravagant. Knowing it was a matter of when and not if she would be attacked, she has several traps built into the mansion to deal with intruders. Right, remember traps, because we're going to need to remember that. Booby-trapped crime mansions are new fairy princess castles. Okay.
It was donated by the Brotherhood.
I see.
Trying to catch up with Hytham here. Where's he going? There's a red area. What's he doing?
Our mission was a success. The army should make its move any time now.
Good. We lack the resources in New York to handle these criminals ourselves. With a little luck, we might be rid of them once and for all.
I make my own luck.
Now let us cut off the snake's head.
Do like the way Shay says that. I make my own luck. Okay. So he's obviously attacking.
We can confirm. The woman is inside.
Perfect. Time to smoke her out.
Remember
I'll
booby
go in and
traps.
get Hope myself.
Very well.
Fire! You heard the captain, men. Fire!
We're heading in.
Clear
We're going to try and find Hope.
They're shooting back!
Of course they're shooting back. What do you expect them to do? Not? So obviously we need... Oh, there's stalkers nearby as well. And I'm being... Okay, I'm being shot at. That's not helpful, is it? Okay, we're going to have to just run and jump in, I think. There's 2 down.
Leave no redcoat alive!
Why can't we attack? There we go. Well, I just got really weird. It wouldn't let us attack or anything. Why can't I attack anyone? That was our stalker, I believe. We got an optional objective here because nothing's come up. This is all a bit of a cluster for some reason.
Timber!
Ah, who was that? I didn't see that. That's not Hope, obviously. Well, she's now dead. Are you coming after me as well?
There was a gunshot just here.
There was a gunshot just here. How are you?
Here I am, stuck doing the job of 4 men, all by myself.
I don't quite understand. I don't know. I don't know if it's the game or there's some weird issues with some of the way this works. Okay. I know there's some stalkers around. I'm not worried about those. Can I not go through windows or doors? We're trying to find Hope. There's obviously got to be a way in. Ah, this is our way in by the looks of things. We're going to locate our target through these windows.
We have everything we need. Now, Chevalier will be expecting me. Hope?
Bon voyage.
That was a bit poor of Shay, wasn't it?
About time you showed up. Sorry it had to come to this, Shay.
That's her gas mask gone.
You were a fascinating fellow.
Okay, this is going to get interesting, isn't it? We've got to find a way out, I suppose, but the gas is now creeping in and she took her gas mask. Do not get damaged by the poison clouds. Okay. So, we can climb up there. Right, my guess is we've got the optional, do not get damaged. I think we just need to keep going across. From here. Okay. Onto here. There's obviously something there. It's getting across, isn't it? I'm just trying to work out our best port of call. Because obviously we need to get through there. There's a gap over there in the brickworks. I'm assuming that's where we're heading. So maybe we're going this way. And we can't get damaged by the poison clouds. That's the optional. We'll try not to. There we go. I'll do that. I know what this bit is. Up here. I do like that. That's something... There we go. Optional objective achieved.
You have more endurance than I expected, Shay.
What is she just... Okay, we're now poisoned. Now what?
What is this?
We've got to stay out of combat. That's our next thing.
Slurs my heart. I have to move. That's it. Moving keeps my heart beating.
Okay, moving keeps the heart going. We've got to stay out of combat. I was trying to see if there's something we could do to climb up, but I don't think we can. I think it's a case of just run. because if it's a stay out of combat, I'm not too sure how this is going to work. Other than keep running. Oh, I didn't see that person.
I need to find Hope. Get the antidote.
Them stalkers do my head in. Come on. Can't stand still because that's when the poison kind of kicks in.
You never give up.
There she is. I feel like I'll stay out of combat achieved.
The poison mission.
Come on, Shay, climb. I'm trying to leave the poisonous area, but he wouldn't climb. There we go, the fruit.
I got you.
Oh, come on. The stalker got us. Didn't even spot the stalker there. We'd completed all the optionals until that point as well, which is really annoying. Hopefully, we continue from there. We do continue from there on. Okay, cool. So there's I was going to say, that's frustrating. We've done all the optionals until that point. I'm hoping we've still completed all the optionals. So I've got to keep moving. Otherwise, the poison kicks in. We've got to kill Hope. That's the only thing we've got to do. Nothing else is important at this point, other than killing Hope. Or poison. I haven't got a gas mask, have I? Keep forgetting that. It's tricky to keep on top of. Come on, out of the way. Oh, poison gas is really annoying. Reduced. Okay. Desynchronized. So I was too slow. There's obviously a different route we've got to take when the poison gas is there, as that poison gas does slow us down. So I've got to look at alternative routes, I think, by the list of things. Obviously, we know this bit. That poison there, we need to kind of go through this gap here. There's going to be a stalker now attack us.
Let him think he's losing us. We'll surprise him soon enough. Keep running. Ready to open fire. I have a good line on him.
Okay, she's there.
Sight of him. We have to find him again.
So yeah, we just need to remember, when she throws the poison, we need to go a different route. That kind of worked. More poison here. Where's she gone now? Might get desynced again here. Yeah. Okay. So there's something else we've got to do when she throws the poison. Obviously we can't run through it. First I've had an issue with a mission like this. I'm thinking the optionals are still complete, and that's the important thing. At least we won't have to redo those. I'm not sure the best port of call for this. Obviously this one's fine. Until someone grabs me like that. Oh wait, thank you. I think there was a knife that hit me there. Let's try this route. So this is away from the poison to a degree. This next set of poison is the one I think I'm getting stuck on. In terms of where the poison is to where we are. No, we're okay. Right, kill her. There we go, we killed Hope. She kind of got stuck and that made that a little bit better for us.
You're late. Again, Shay.
Hope. I didn't want to do this.
I trained you to do this. I expected nothing less.
Then why?
To give Liam time to leave. Soon Chevalier will be on his way to the precursor site.
I will stop him.
That's who we're going to have after next, I think, by lots of things.
Pity. You had so much potential.
You can see Shay definitely didn't want that. That was the last thing he wanted to be doing. At least we got 100% synchronization. Caress of Steel is complete. Okay, where are we heading next? We'll decide, we'll figure out where we're heading, and then we'll just go from there in terms of clearing. Okay, so it looks like we're going back to sea. By the looks of things. So whilst here, let's quickly open up the tavern, as that's something then done. As we're nearby, and we can fast travel back to the Morrigan after that.
I'll even extend my famous 1-week warranty to ensure satisfaction.
Okay, the tavern is just normally a fist fight. Once you speak to the barman, we can get some information whilst here, to be fair.
T'as l'air d'un sacré dur à cuire, l'ami. Mais j'ai l'impression que c'est comme de la gueule.
And the fist fight is quite good because you can put them through tables. It's enjoyable in that aspect. It's something we need to do anyway. And we're here, so it makes sense. Any more? That's one for a barrel. You didn't see it because the camera panned away annoyingly. I think I've got one left. There he is. Come on, the guy's in the way. There we go. Tavern is ours. It's unlocked. It's done. There we go. Nice and easy. Always nice to get these things done at least. So, from here we may as well... Do you know what? Let's grab the chest. It's there anyway. I know the one here from on the Animus fragment on the viewpoint is easy enough to do. Let's grab the chest and then we'll go to the ship and see where we're heading with the Morrigan. I know it's a restricted area. I'm not here. It wasn't me. Not particularly. I just didn't want to fight you. It's not gonna let me do it until this guy's down as well. Come on, then.
You thought you could lose us?
There we go. They're both down. Gives us a chance to get some bullets and things from them at least. There we go. We've completed. Oh, we've got 50% of synchronization. Nice. Okay. We got some bullets. That was kind of more what I wanted from that. So, 50% synchronization reached. It seems weird, doesn't it? Considering it's so little. So we're fast travel to the Morrigan. I think we've got some upgrades to the Morrigan that can be done. So we might as well have a look at that before we set sail. Although we don't... Yeah, let's do that first.
What service?
Because I don't know where we're heading and what we need to do. So just in case it involves the ship, it's best to make sure we've got everything. Ammunition we need to refill. We've got £62,000 sitting in the bank. Money is definitely not an issue in this game. It doesn't seem to have been an issue at all. Right, what can we upgrade? Heavy shot, burning oil, rowboat. Okay, I'm not too worried about the rowboat at the minute. We'll go for heavy shot storage then. There we go. And then we can refill heavy shot. Perfect. Let us set sail then and see what is next.
Captain's helm.
Right, where are we heading? We're heading to the North Atlantic by the looks of things. Obviously we're looking for the precursor site while Liam is. Remember, Liam was the one who brought Shay into the Brotherhood of Assassins. So to go after Liam, That's kind of one of Shay's closest friends. And you could see how he didn't want to kill Hope just now.
Shay and the Templars are going after the assassin expedition.
Go team!
Yeah, you could see how he didn't want to kill Hope. How is he going to deal with killing Liam? Right, where are we heading? We've been here before. No. Yes, because we can fast travel there. Oh wow, okay. We may as well. If we can fast travel there, we'll fast travel. I know there's stuff to clear, but we're still not being pushed to do so. Are we docked? Or are we moving away from the dock?
Drop anchor!
I thought we were docking, but it doesn't look like we did. It's near enough. Okay, let's go and speak to... Is that Hypham again, or is that someone else? That's not Hypham, is it? No laws but our own.
Master Cormac, to what do I owe the pleasure?
I was stopping to restock my ship
Cook.
when I heard the talented Captain Cook was here. We have a word.
At your service, as always.
I'm looking for a man. Captain Louis-Joseph Gauthier, Chevalier de la Vérendrye.
The explorer. I have heard of him and his illustrious family.
I must see him.
Ah, send my regards. Or... not. He sailed east a few days ago on a heading to Anticosti.
Indeed.
I would advise caution.
Oh, I've been there before.
Then, I bid you good fortune. I will be sailing past Conception Bay, should you require further assistance.
Much obliged.
Okay, we're going after Chevalier first by looks of things before we head for... Unless Liam's on the boat, of course.
The Grand Master is pleased, Shay, what you did in New York. Yeah, it's only a matter of time now before order is restored.
New York was never orderly, Gist.
We need to come back here and clear this at some point.
Perhaps.
It couldn't have been easy for you, my lad, but you did what you had to do.
I keep telling myself that.
We're almost rid of the assassins in New York, and it's not as if the Hellcat didn't try to make you wear a pine overcoat. You had no other choice.
I chose to cast my lot with the Templars.
And we are glad you did, Shay. Who knows? Had you not, you might have found yourself at the end of Master Kenway's blade.
Or yours.
That's the spirit. Look, Shay, by killing Hope, you not only saved yourself and half of New York from the assassin's poisons, you also learned the path we must take next. Now our task is simple. Prevent a group of paper skull killers from destroying another city. All in a day's work.
A long day. Gist.
Not to be insensitive, sir, but what did you learn from the departed damsel?
That she's cleverer than I even thought. Her whole ruse was to give Liam time to get back to Chevalier. They must have already set sail to a new precursor site.
Determined to the end. I must say, I admire the misguided lass.
I don't. The assassins won't stop their mad quest. They're desperate to find a piece of Eden. Especially now that half of their Brotherhood is dead.
Okay, I was letting their conversation play out before we actually looked. So we're heading... Where are we heading? There's some ships, some of our ally ships are attacking ships here. Where are we heading? That's Bay Rouge. It doesn't actually give us anyone on the map we're heading for. I assumed we'd notice it once we... Oh, there we go. We're heading to Anticosti. We have been there once before, as well. I think while we're on that heading, let's get the chest, and then we'll sail straight there. Look at the event. What's the event? There's just a big fight going on. No reason for us to get involved as far as I can tell. Okay, there is a chest here. It just makes sense. We're passing it. We're nearby. Let's clear it while we're here, and then we'll head up to Anticosti and see what we're going to find there. I've got a feeling that's kind of going to be, I'm assuming, the precursor site, and if that's the case, that might be it. Keller may have been right in the fact that we are just about done. Which, like I say, if it is, I'm a little bit disappointed because we've not been encouraged to actually do anything away from the main story. Which means we're going to have lots to clear. Obviously, I'm assuming trophies are going to be linked to a lot of clearing. But normally, you're encouraged to do it as you go. This hasn't done that. In fact, we've barely done any crafting. We've barely done many upgrades. Because there just hasn't been a need to. Yeah, I've got a feeling this may be the first one I'm going to be really disappointed with. Unless something changes, obviously. Something could change dramatically shortly. And my opinion could change. But as it stands, not so much. Now, I don't think there's anything else here. I'll check for animals. Nope, nothing is listed. Let's use the rowboat to get back to ship. There we go. So we're going to head to Pentecoste and see what is involved there.
Let out some sail!
This will be full speed ahead. There's no reason to stop anywhere else, I don't believe. We're not even that far away from it. On the map it did show 2 enemy ships guarding it. Whether that's something we'll have to deal with once we get there, I'm not sure. We shall soon find out. Slowed down because of it.
Sir, to the fore! Well now, Captain.
Sail to the rear of the fort. Okay,
there may be an alternate route to the west!
Yeah. So, we've got to sail to the rear of the fort. We are heading around here, aren't we? So we'll avoid the lookouts and head to the rear. Can I smash that? I think I can. Let's find out. Oh no, we couldn't. Oh yeah, we can. We got stone from it. Did damage ourselves doing it though. I thought, oh okay, we should be able to go through it with our icebreaker, but obviously we do take damage whilst doing so. Okay. So that's where we're heading, that little bit there. I was just trying to avoid being detected. That's not really the rear of the fort like I was expecting, to be fair. We're going to go in through this gap here. That's my plan. Slow it down. There we go, this is where we're going.
Reef the topsails and gallants.
So this is the rear of the fort. Avoided all contact with all the other ships.
Spread our wings to the wind.
Loose topsails, gallants and royals.
I'm assuming we're docking here.
Anticosti is famed for its shipwrecks. They likely believe no one would venture into such dangerous waters.
Okay, we're here. The ship didn't quite dock, but we're here. Right, we've got to avoid open conflict. And we've got to find the leader of the outlaws. So, I'm assuming that you can climb up here. There's a chest nearby. Can we climb? I don't know if we can climb up here or not. It did look like it was something we could have done, but no. Okay, that's fine. We should be able to head round. There is a viewpoint nearby as well. Avoiding open conflict means it's going to be a bit of a pain to try and complete easily. So we're going to have to use all our skills to try and do this. It's a broken down fort though, isn't it, if you look at that?
This man stands before you in disgrace. Greed has corrupted his character and put our very livelihood in peril. We vow to no laws save our own, and those laws decree that any betrayal is met with the gravest punishment.
Annoyingly, there's a stalker nearby. I can hear him. Okay. There is a viewpoint here as well.
Let this be a reminder. Obey the code. Now back to
So we've been here before, haven't we?
This place would be overrun with redcoats if we hadn't found him out.
So somewhere in here is the leader. That's who we're looking for. Remember, we've got to avoid open conflict.
Only a matter of time before someone paid the price. The captain's been spitting bile ever since the Frenchman left.
There's a guy there. We've got berserk darts still. Yes. Okay. I'm just going to be aware of that guy. Obviously, if he sees us, that's going to involve a bit of an issue. See if he turns again to the right. If he does, we should better get across to it. Yeah. And we're meant to be avoiding open conflict. That definitely was an open conflict, was it? Right. There's a guy there. I'm ignoring the fact there's a stalker. There we go. We found the guy we're after. We've got to steal the maps from the leader. How we... Okay. We've got to steal the maps. We don't have to kill him. We have to steal the maps. Just to make our life a little bit more tricky. I'm assuming I can't kill him to then steal them. Okay. We need to get to that guy there, ideally, I think. I would like to have the viewpoint, but I don't think it's going to be possible. Or is it? Something's up there. It is possible. Okay. Slight error of judgment, I think, there. But no, I think we're okay. As for if we got the viewpoint, life would be a little bit easier. It will give us the idea of the terrain and things, and that will make life easier. I think we've done it. I thought I'd messed up. The minute we got seen now, I thought I've messed it up already. Okay, so now we'll be able to see the terrain a bit better. Not too sure how we're going to manage to steal these maps. If we can kill him, nice and easy. But obviously, that's not in our plan. Where am I jumping down to there? Ignore the shanty, I'm not worried about that. Okay. Kind of good to watch his route for a minute and just see where he goes. I kind of need a stalking zone or something to kind of hide near him. That will give us that ability then to steal from him. Whereas normally I'd stay high to avoid detection. I don't think that's going to be possible. Okay, let's get up here again. This is where we were anyway. I want to keep an eye on where this guy looks as well. I don't think he looks this way. I think he goes up and right. And if that's the case, I should better get to him, take him down. Remember, we're avoiding open conflict as well. I'm ignoring the fact there's a stalker nearby. Them stalkers, although I like the idea behind them, they're annoying and frustrating. Okay. Now, I would normally use berserk darts or something similar. Thanks for the like of those, much appreciated. But I don't know if we can kill him. And if we can't kill him, we've got to literally steal the maps. That's then a problem, isn't it? Where is the stalker? Obviously, I'd rather avoid them where possible. I'm thinking the hay over there may be the way forward. No, up the ladder. If he stands near this hay, that's a perfect opportunity to steal these maps. I'm not sure if he does, but just in case he does, that's where I'm going. That's my best option at this point. If he comes back in a minute, I think he comes up these steps, and if he does, perfect opportunity. Good morning, I am Otaku. How are you? Okay, we just need him to come back this way, which I believe he does from what we've seen. And then we should be able to steal. Because I believe stealing means we can't kill him first. It's all in the wording, I think. Right, where is he? Okay, I think he's going through the gates there now. If he doesn't come up here, then we've got to find another place to go and hide to then steal. I believe he comes up the stairs next. If not, we've got to head over there. The whispering noise, if you're not aware, is the stalker. We're aware of them. We're ignoring them for the minute. Obviously, we've got to avoid open conflict as well as the optional objective. Okay, does he come up here? Is that him done? Don't tell me that's him done. No, he's moving. Let's see if I'm right. Is he going to come up the steps? How are you then, Otaku? How are you today? Okay. Come over here. Don't do that. Is he going to go in there? Okay. I was hoping he'd come here. I think... Don't tell me he goes in there and that's it. Okay, so I wonder if we've got to go and hide in there to go and steal these. I was hoping to come and stand by the hay bale. As many people... As everyone does, you know. Normal place to stand, isn't it, a hay bale? But he doesn't. Okay. I don't know what's in the building. We're going to need to check that out, I think. Or we have to follow him in, maybe. Have a quick look inside. Right, there's nothing inside, so I've got a feeling we need to follow him in when he walks in there to steal these maps. Remember, stealing means we can't kill. So my thinking is we hide here until he comes back, and then we have to follow him in. That would be my rough guess at this point. It makes sense, to be fair. Doesn't mean it's absolutely correct, though. We shall find out in a second. I know it's a bit of waiting for him to come back, but I kind of thought he would just come here. Obviously not. They don't make things easy. The naval mission's done, so that will be number 9 of 33, I think. Okay. Yes, it's a little bit slower than expected. I thought this would be, you know, nice in and out. I believe we're still on track to not fail the objective currently. So, he should now come back through the gates, go the other side, then he will come up. As soon as he starts walking up towards us, we need to then be behind him as close as we can to steal these maps. I don't know if I'm assuming if we kill him, we're desynchronized, would be my assumption. I could put him to sleep. Surely that would be still enough. You can still maps from him when he's asleep. That may be a secondary option. If we can't steal and he sees us, we're going to shoot him and make him asleep, and then try and do it that way. But we'll attempt to do this as a pickpocket, first of all, just in case we can manage it. Let's find out. Right, it should be coming up in a second. We can't really run as he'll detect us. We'll let him come up the stairs. The timing needs to be pretty good here, I think. Just because we can't obviously get seen. Come on.
Better head back to the Morgan.
Right, we can't kill any guards. We've now got to go back to the ship. We've avoided open conflict. We're not allowed to kill any guards now. That's annoying. In that respect, we'll take weapons off. So if we do get in a fight, we won't kill them. We'll only knock them out. I'm assuming out the way we came in is probably our best option. Maybe not. Someone's decided to attack the fort. That's not helping us. Let's see if we can go out the way we came in. There's still a stalker on us, there is, isn't there? no one sees us, this will be the best escape ever. Bar the one that I did yesterday with Watch Dogs, the short that went live. I think that was a better escape. Okay. The Morrigan is over there.
Lost! She's been found!
Is that our ship being destroyed? They're under attack. Well, fight back! The Morrigan is in a bit of trouble here. Gister said wait for us, which is good, because we're here.
Get the maids free!
Escape to open sea.
We must leave, Shay!
I'm trying to leave.
You'll have no argument from me. Set sails! Make haste!
We're overmatched, sir!
I know we're overmatched. We're fighting our way through. We have got some help coming in. Captain Cook, I believe, has arrived.
Still can't get used to it.
Can't get used
King
to
George's men will take care of those pirates.
I'm about to hear our
We've
ship.
got our own battles to fight.
I think I just managed to avoid them. So the Royal Navy has come to help us to escape. I did like Shay's response. I still can't get used to that. But we have avoided any major damage, I believe. And we've escaped with the maps. It wasn't the fastest mission in the world. It was a little bit slow, but done what we needed to do.
It was a far closer escape than I'm comfortable with. But we have what we came for.
Then we know where de la Vérendrye's ships are headed?
Not quite. But we have the means to find out. We'll need Cook to interpret these maps.
Then we should set sail for the coast of Newfoundland.
Newfoundland. Right, have we done it 100%? Avoid open conflict, yes. Do not kill any guards, yes. No laws but our own is complete. We're heading to see Cook so he can interpret the maps. Where are we heading for that? Miles away. We can fast travel closer, to be fair. Because we have an area here we've been. And there's a blueprint there. That would make more sense. We could, obviously, sail around, clear everything along the way, which would help us later on, but I think the story's still in that kind of thing that we need to carry on with the story. I would love to just sail around and clear everything, but it doesn't quite make sense when this is kind of an urgent matter that Shay's kind of in. He wants to catch up to the precursor site before the assassins manage to get anything from it. So we'll fast travel to Terra Nova, and then from there we'll sail around to Cook. If there was nowhere closer, we would probably have to sail a bit. There's still no real push to explore though, which is annoying. Normally you get to a point in the main story, and then there's that encouragement. But here, not so much. I know there's something still to clear here.
Sir, to the fore!
That is something we'll end up doing. We'll clear everything anyway. I'm assuming, as I say, trophy-related stuff is going to be clear everything. But we'll look at those once the story's finished, and just see. I'm assuming it is. I want to do 100%, even if I'm not requested by trophies, but I think we can. We should still do so. Okay, that's Cook over there. Icy waters, as you can tell. Icebreaker working well. So Captain Cook's ship. We'll head to him. He should be able to interpret the maps, and that will tell us where the precursor site is. I'm trying to find the front cut. There we go. Okay, I'm going to try not to hit Cook's ship, obviously. Oh, wow, okay. You should upgrade your ship before starting this mission. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. I was going to try and back off and go downstairs and upgrade the ship. I pressed the start mission.
Master Cormac,
This may become really difficult.
I found de la Vérendrye's travel plans. But the devil used some kind of code I can't figure it out. Maybe you'll have better luck.
How strange. It is a very old cipher. I have seen it once before. I could draw you a map.
Or you could accompany me. Help me find La Vérendrye.
An urgent matter, then. Very well. We shall sail together again.
I take it we're going on both ships or just ours? Hopefully not just ours. I didn't mean...
I gather you have some history with our friend de la
it's just ours, isn't it?
A history of instant loathing. I should have known not to trust.
Okay, in terms of database entries, I'm pretty sure we've read about Chevrolet before. Mainly because I can't remember how to pronounce his name. Shay Cormac, I think we're up to date with his as well. I don't know why it's showing that again.
Such a wretch.
My goodness, what could this fellow have done to inspire such enmity? I know him only as one of a family of explorers, extending the boundaries of the known world.
From the brief encounters I've had with him, I can tell you he's an irascible person.
That's a polite way of saying he's a cantankerous bastard.
But do his actions surpass his words?
I suspect history will believe so, my dear cook.
The actions that enter the history books in any case. Master Cook, how far south have you traveled?
Oh, not far. Only about Nantucket.
That was me, I pressed the wrong button.
I knew a man from there, but that's another matter. Have you not even been to the West Indies?
HMS Restoration has just been sank ahead of us. I heard it.
Cannon fire. Deep within the fog.
Could it be de la Vérendrye?
Perhaps. This is a secret expedition. They won't be keen to leave any witnesses to their voyage.
Right, we've got to find the expedition's fleet. The reason I was taking it slow, I wanted their conversation to finish. Can we see anything? Not quite. We've just seen a British ship be sank, so we know they're here. It's where. That's the ice being broken through. That storm is horrendous. I'm assuming it's to this right-hand side. I don't think it's the other side of the island, or the other side of that. I think it is this side.
A fore, Captain! Sir, to the fore!
Right, we have got upgrades, but again, it wanted us there before the mission, and I pressed the wrong button. No sign yet. I'm taking it slow because I don't want to get into a fight without being prepared and try and get the upper hand early. Oh yeah, there we go. 6 enemy ships. We have found them.
Let's hope we're not too late. They have us at a serious disadvantage.
6, 6 on 1. That's a bit of a disadvantage, isn't it? I know it said we should have upgraded. I think I know why. Right, 2 left, I believe. Try and keep as much of a distance on as possible. This is not going to be easy, is it? We're not going to hit it there, are we? I'm about to get hit. I knew that was happening. Ah, they're boarding us. That's better. I don't mind them boarding us because we can fight them off. Okay. We're going to fight back. Why is there a red dot behind us? I had sleep darts attack, that didn't help me, did it? There we go. Got this guy from behind. How many have we killed now? 4. Trying to help its men as well as possible. There's one. Come on. I don't know what to do. Trying to break defense and then he goes and focuses on someone else. That big guy here is a problem. Not anymore, it's not. We need one more. There we go. That is 10 defeated. Does that mean the ship is done? Because we stopped the boarding. If so, if that's the ship defeated, brilliant. And we can fix our ship. Yes, it is. Okay. That helps. Because we're definitely outmatched. It's enabled us to fix the Morrigan as well, so that's a bonus. I now know why it said upgrade the ship. Yeah, one left. We need a turn, ideally. Right, we're going to have to try and do what we can against this one. And more to hit, which was good. The wave's obviously going to help us a little bit. Back off, which will blow us out of the water. We don't have a choice. We are doing damage, which is the important part. I did get a hit him. The problem is we've got ice around us as well, which isn't helping. Right, we're going to be careful of the icebergs because that's what's causing us an issue. No, I may have missed with that. Yeah, we're okay behind the wave. We turn. We try and get behind it, I think. Did that hit? Did some damage. We are defeating them. It's a little bit slow, but it is happening. That we just took a big hit there, though.
This snow has been sent to bedevil us.
It won't slow us down for long, and perhaps it will help us take them by surprise.
I think we'll defeat them. Morrigan, though, is badly damaged.
It's an ambush!
Just a bit. Don't tell me there's more ships coming in, because if there is, we're in trouble.
Where are they?
They're within mortar range, that's all I know.
I thought we defeated them as well. Locate enemy ship, do not collide with any icebergs. Right, we can't collide with icebergs. That's all we know.
Brace yourselves!
Come on, swim those sheets!
Locate the enemy ship. It's there. Man of war. Is that not the one that's attacking us? No? I'm sure that's the one we're after. Okay, I'm not sure how this works. I found the ship we're after, surely. Turn. Says do not collide with icebergs. Maybe that's not the ship we're after then. That's the one attacking us currently.
Unfurl mates! Let's move!
Kind of feel there must be another ship. Because that's kind of, I don't know if that's in the circle or not. The optional is do not collide with icebergs though. I swear it's got to be the man of war, surely.
Clue up! Get the mainsails into the wind!
Trying to hide behind the iceberg as much as possible. Maybe we just need to get closer to it. I think maybe that's the only thing we need to do. We know where it is. I'm going to try and get close without getting killed, obviously, along the way. There it is. But using the binoculars isn't counting as seeing it. So we must have to actually get really close to it, maybe. There we go. We got to board it, incapacitate the Guild Fort.
To the last. Deliver Andre must have stayed behind to stop us.
This is a man of war.
Volunteered for the job.
We're in trouble. That's gonna hurt. Almost ready. You need to be firing quicker than that. I can't see anything. If we crash an iceberg now, I can't see anything. I've got no hope of missing icebergs, have I really? We've done some damage. I can't use my mortars for some reason. Not sure why. Unless I've run out of mortar fire, maybe. Okay. Trying to avoid the iceberg still. That's the optional objective, isn't it? Set it on fire as well, if you can. Yeah, I'm trying to avoid icebergs. I'm pretty sure that was the optional. But yeah, no mortars. I get a shot on the back of it, maybe. Okay.
Look at the iceberg go!
Let's try and avoid the iceberg still. This is a tough fight. We need to incapacitate it to then board it. That's the problem. So it's just a case of constantly hitting it where possible, especially if we've got no mortars. Turn. He did hit us, but I think we just hit an iceberg. I may have just failed the optional objective, I think. Felt like an iceberg hit, but I don't know. I am leaning into him. I was kind of trying to get the shots away under close fire.
Working on it.
Come on. Good hit there. Trying to run away. I've only got 11 shots left. That's the only downside. Just realised that we're actually short on shots. Area not available. I'm trying to fight the ship. It's not my fault he's moving. Where's he gone? So we may have lost the optional because we hit an iceberg.
Ready, Captain.
Whilst not being able to see where he's heading. Like, where is this ship? Can't see him. It's always annoying when he disappears. There he is. Don't think he's close enough, is he? No. We are now. So here.
On your mark, Captain. Spartan yourselves. Fire!
We are definitely damaging them, which I think we're doing well with. Consider it's a man of war. Go. He's coming in for the hit. Fire again. I don't know if we hit that iceberg or he hit it. Someone did. I'm not too worried about the optional now if we can avoid it. It's one of those things now. I think more important is to actually incapacitate the ship more than the optional at this point. It's got to be. It's nearly down. I think we've done really well to even get this point, to be fair. The Morrigan has handled pretty well considering it did say upgrade and I pressed the wrong button, so we didn't actually upgrade first. Okay, come on, comes back at us. There we go. Good morning, Keller, how are you? I'm pretty good, thank you. Pretty good. I think we're getting to the end, which is kind of disappointing considering we still got lots to do on the maps. We shall see how that works. Right, we're boarding the ship. We did do not take any damage as the optional objective here. And we didn't collide with an iceberg. So the only thing we need to do here is do not take damage. Well, obviously that could be difficult. I think I've done it. There we go. Puckle gun. I'm alright. This is close to the end, yeah. So in terms of trophy hunting, there's going to be lots still to do. I'm guessing.
Are you still convinced?
There's no way the trophies are nearly done. It's a really short game, yeah. I didn't like Chevrolet anyway, to be honest. This person, I'm not that fussed. Killing Adewale was more of an issue than this one.
You bastard! Keelys and Liam have already headed north!
Hope was right. I do make a good distraction.
Yeah, I was never a fan of Chevrolet. Yeah, the main story being short's an issue, but also the fact you're never encouraged to explore. But I guarantee there are trophies linked. I don't think I took damage. I think we might have done this mission 100%, which would be a bonus.
Thanks for your help, Captain Cook.
You're welcome, Captain Cormac. Sailing with you is certainly, interesting.
Trouble does seem to find us, it's true.
Tell me the truth. Are you fellas with a larger organization? The Board of Admiralty. You take your orders directly from His Majesty, don't you?
We couldn't tell you, even if we were.
You should have these maps. The La Vedendry won't need them anymore. We'll contact you in regards to sponsoring future voyages, Captain.
Much obliged.
So Cook's been kept in the dark a little bit, but he seems happy enough. I don't know how we avoided any icebergs. I thought for sure we collided with at least one during the big fight, just because we couldn't see where he was headed. We focused too much on trying to take out the other ship, but it worked. So Cold Fire is now complete. Now I'm assuming we're going to head for the precursor site, would be my assumption. Okay. Let us have a look at where we're heading next. So, we're just heading north. That's all we're doing. I don't think our harpooning is strong enough. To be fair. In fact, let's give it a go. We're here anyway. Let's see if we can deal with the harpooning. We're here. We may be able to do it. I haven't really upgraded the harpooning boat. But we'll do it, and then we'll head north to the mission and see what we face there.
Let's get started.
Where is it? I'm sure it's in front of us. There it is. It's a white whale I've just missed already. That's not a good start, is it?
Patience.
I'm impatient. I haven't even got. I've wasted 2 harpoons already.
I see him off the starboard bow.
There we go. Like I say, I don't think we're strong enough to beat this thing. We'll give it a go. I think it's more the lack of harpoons is going to be the issue. Oh, there we go. We did brace for the iceberg. Where is it? The lack of being able to see him doesn't help. There we go.
The iron struck. He's weakening. He snapped the line.
Right. Yeah, I don't. 13 still to hit. I'm not sure if we're going to manage this, but we won't give up.
Hold fast. That's it. Steady.
We've got 2 nice shots in him there, though.
Hold on.
Iceberg. No, we missed the iceberg. I thought it was going to hit it. Come on, he's a sharp again. Where is he? No, I think I missed. That one didn't miss. Try not to waste any shot, because obviously a wasted shot is going to stop us winning this. But I still think it's going to be really close. I don't know if it's going to be possible. I want him to come straight up again. We've got a good couple of shots in there. There we go. 2 in. I've only got 7 left though. That's the thing. That's the ideal time to hit it, is there. That way we don't actually waste anything. I can't really afford a wasted harpoon. It's halfway and I've got 7 left. Right, come on, jump up in front of us again. I'll take that.
Fuck him! Quickly, clear the rope!
That's 2. I've only got 5 left though. But I think that's the best way of dealing with him, is he jumps off in front of us. We're going to hit this iceberg just in case. No, yeah, we were. It's alright. So I kind of want to snap the line, come up in front of us, and then we can try and see if 5 shots are enough.
Brace, everyone!
Thought for sure was going to hit that iceberg. Right, snap the line. Jump up in front of us again, please. Let's say, it's whether 5 is enough. We'll find out in a second, I'm sure. He was over there. I know where he is. I need him to come up. There we go. I've got 3 left, which is why I'm avoiding taking any shot unless it's directly in front of us. Don't think 3 is enough though.
We're heading for the ice! Brace, everyone!
We missed the ice. Should have braced for that one. Missed that one there.
He snapped the line!
Okay, come back. I don't know if 3 is enough. This is going to be extremely close. I've only got 1 left. I don't think it's enough to do it. I might. I've thrown it anyway. There we go. It hit. The last harpoon did hit, but we'd run out. It was worth a go. I didn't think we were going to be good enough to do it just yet. We've not really been encouraged to craft anything, have we? So because of that, that's obviously an issue. Right, we're heading north. That's the thing to focus on. We are heading just up there. So let's go. There's nothing really between us and there, so we may as well just head straight there. As I say, if we finish the story today, then what we'll do is look at trophies. I'm assuming they're all going to be related to all the stuff that hasn't been done because the game hasn't encouraged us to do any of it. And then we'll just work our way logically through the islands, New York, and just clear everything we can and just kind of work our way through. The fleet missions, I think we're about 9 out of 33. I think that's going to be a constant thing to keep on top of. It's just going to be frustrating. If a game, the story ends, and yet we've never been encouraged to really fight, take over ships, because we're not a pirate. So in my mind, why would we attack ships all the time? That's not Shay, that's not his goal. But it is weird that we've not been encouraged to do other activities. Right, we're here. Let's have a look. The older games never really told you to explore new side things, and new ones. To be fair though, so Black Flag
The
did.
Laundry's dead. I have the coordinates. I know where the assassins are going.
Then, let us make haste.
Black Flag encouraged you to explore and attack other ships, whereas this hasn't. Assassin's Creed 3 did encourage exploration to a point, and other activities as well. It's really weird. It's just, I don't know. It's maybe the first one I've been disappointed in.
Precursor site.
We'll find out when we get there.
Standing. If they uncovered it, they have not yet set the Earth in motion.
How gentlemanly of them.
There should still be time. Master Gist, stay here. I shall accompany Shay.
Sir, with respect, are you sure that's wise?
As Grand Master, I must investigate this precursor matter to the end, and witness the death of Achilles' Brotherhood.
See, we know from Assassin's Creed 3 as well, Achilles isn't going to die. We know this, because obviously Assassin's Creed 3 takes place afterwards.
Do trigger an earthquake. At least there's few around to
So I'm curious to how that end comes about.
Of letting your former colleagues destroy a precursor site, regardless.
Okay, Hypham is with us. I do not trust Hypham even now.
Beautiful if it wasn't so damn cold.
Tread carefully. Some of this ice is rather thin.
Look at them penguins jumping away. That's quite cool. Fly me up then. That's quite cool, climbing through the ice with a waterfall next to us as well. I like that. Okay. That's the assassin ship.
That's a hefty crew Achilles brought.
I doubt he expects all of them to survive these conditions.
I'm assuming we don't even really need to attack them, do we?
That's bleak. But we're still outnumbered. Let's keep a low profile, avoid unnecessary fights.
Yeah, we just stay high.
Your assassins would scarce recognize you. Come, let us enter their parlor.
We'll stay high as long as we can, and then if we have to get involved, we'll get involved. But there's no need to, there's no need to. Now, I think we're going to have to, though, because I'm just thinking we can't actually do the next part. Maybe should have jumped onto the ship and gone across that way, so I think we can get across that top area there. I don't know. Can I jump back? Hypham's just going to go and fight. There we go. Hypham's already off and away fighting people. Should have guessed he would, to be fair. We might as well jump off. I should have guessed Hypham's plan would be to kill where possible. We are meant to be keeping low profile. Didn't see that guy there. See, where's he looking? Because personally, I'd take this guy out, but I need to be behind him, really. Right, I think he's moved. That doesn't help, does it? Doesn't now, he's down.
What is the first rule of crime? Don't get caught.
First rule of crime, don't get caught. Well, Hypham's doing his thing. We may as well do ours. I'm thinking we go high, keep as high as possible. If Hypham wants to fight, let him fight. So I'm thinking we go this way. I haven't seen any optional. Black Flag definitely has one of the best explorations. Yeah, I think the way it encourages you to do certain things like attack other ships is brilliant. Oh, no sleep darts? No. Why did I not make him go berserk? There you go.
I have him in my sights.
We've made the guard go berserk. Let him do his thing. We're going to go down here and up the ladder. as I say, unnecessary fights to me are just waste time. Hyphen there kind of jumped in and got involved. Good morning, Lisa. How are you? Yes, this is very late game. I'm enjoying it, but I have some reservations. So obviously, we're near the end by the sounds of things. We're at the precursor site. We've killed some of the assassins. But yet there's loads still to do on the map. Oh, I can't look at the map now. We've got lots of stuff still to do because we've never really been pushed to do any of it, which is frustrating. And we've kind of concentrated on the story because that's the way it's kind of worked. Is it's always wanted you to figure out what's going on with Shay in his head and what's next and all that good stuff. So we may finish the story, and still have lots and lots of stuff to do. But the story's been really quick. It's been really short. As Keller was saying to us previously about it.
Go on, Shay. I'll find another way.
Hyphen's been left behind. It's quite interesting seeing some of the characters we know from Assassin's Creed 3 and Black Flag in terms of Adewale. Seeing them again in a different light as well. And younger. Achilles as a younger gentleman is quite cool. I like that. Right, again, there's no point in fighting unnecessarily. If we can get there without being seen, that's what we'll do. For me, that makes sense. Come on. Who's left? Doesn't like this bit for some reason. There we go. Okay, we'll drop down here. Okay, there is a guard there, which obviously we just need to get to that over there. Are we going to be seen jumping down? Probably. So, just to make this nice and easy for us, there we go. Berserk Dart. Again, we don't need to really fight anyone. We'll let them fight each other. And we'll just head up the ladder. Leave them to it, as is always the best way. We'll go back to guns just in case though. This game is a super short story with quite a lot of padding. Yeah, it's unlike Black Flag though, it hasn't encouraged us to ever do any of it, which is disappointing. I like to be encouraged to have a look at these things, otherwise you kind of feel you're going off track, if that makes sense. It wasn't meant as a proper game. The consolation prize for the people who didn't have the new console. Oh really? I didn't know that. But yeah, the story has been short. The story itself is really good. It does make you question whether the Templars are right or the Assassins are right. Whereas all the previous games, the focus has always been on the Assassins, their ways right, the Templars are the bad guys. This does make you question that. But I've said previously, I kind of feel that both Templars and Assassins are both right. If they ever sat down at a table together and discussed their beliefs and what they want from the world, they'd probably find they've got a lot in common. But obviously that will never happen.
You can't be here.
Oh, don't. That's the guy I didn't want to see me, really. What do we got? I've got one Berserk Dart. Let's do that. There we go. This may mean we're going to get seen, but I can't find... There's no jump across, I don't think. At least he'll take down a few guards along the way. They killed him? They have killed him. Perfect. You all go back to what you were doing and then we can get across. I think in the game, Templars are the good guys and Hyphen could have easily had his own game. Yeah, Hyphen probably could have had his own game. That would have made a lot of sense. But when you're saying they're the good guys in this game, I think this game encourages you to question whether the Assassins are correct in what they do. You know, Shay's turn is all based on the fact of what happened in Lisbon. He saw what the Assassins did at the precursor site, where they didn't really care enough to try and help the civilians. They were more concerned about what they were doing. So because of that, Shay had enough. And that makes sense. Whereas in all the other games, you've never really questioned... Can I not climb up? Oh, no. Okay, I can't climb up there. I've been seen. I was trying not to fight unnecessarily, but I haven't got a choice, I don't think. Anyone else? No? Good. I thought I could climb up there, and it's not. I don't think I can.
Get down from here. You can't be here.
I'm not here. You can't see me, honestly.
Hey, you come back here right
I will say the optional objectives haven't been too bad to complete, though. They've been fairly simple, which has been good.
Hold there. No mother will mourn. He's getting away. Must I do everything here?
And Shay's quite a nice person to handle. I think he works really well in that regard. When I first heard about Rogue that it was about a Templar, I was so sure it was going to be Hyphen. See, Hyphen would make sense, wouldn't he? I think the Colonial Brotherhood of Assassins are bad, though Connor was good. I think some of the decisions they made could have been done differently. I think that's the big thing, isn't it? There's things they could, if they could go back and redo them, some of them would probably change what they did. You know, Lisbon, they thought about themselves, no one else. Yeah. I wouldn't say they're all bad. I think Hope seemed like she wants them to do the right thing. But even Adewale, I've never seen Adewale as a bad person. And in this, he didn't seem to be. Oh, look at that. That's Hyphen. I will say this game has shown Hyphen's killer instinct in a lot more detail than it did with Connor. And obviously we knew he had a killer instinct. But I think we're seeing it a lot more now. Right, okay, we've got to get down. So obviously we've got to try not to get fried by the defences. I think that's an obvious one. Okay. So let that flash up. This is all going to be about timing, isn't it? Okay. Safe again. So where I'm heading across to there, I think. Yeah. And then from here we're going up, but I've got to be wary of these coming up again, don't I? Okay. This is tricky. I think we're safe. Move, move, move. Oh no, we're okay, we're okay. Thought for a minute we'd messed that up, but I think we're okay. Can we drop? Oh no, we gotta wait. Okay. Have I got to climb up there? I think I have, don't I? Climb, Connor, climb. Before I get killed. I said Connor, didn't I? I didn't mean Connor. I meant Shay. Right, where am I dropping off to? Can't climb up. Oh, I think I've got to get down. Okay. Am I back jumping across? Do I need to go up? And back jump maybe? Yeah, there we go. And we've made it. In the fight against Connor, I think he probably held back. Who had... Oh, Hyphen. Yeah, possibly. I think obviously he was his father. He knew that at the time. Killing your son is one thing, isn't it? It's a kind of a big thing to do. But then, yeah. Connor offered him the chance to surrender. And I think Hyphen was convinced he would be able to talk Connor round and bring Connor round to his ideals. Whereas Connor, at the start of it, he was very naive. He grew up, but learned through his own experiences. And I think because of that, he was very principled. And Hyphen's kind of viewpoint, Connor rejected because of how he had experienced things differently, possibly. I would have said Hyphen must have held back a bit. It's his son. It's one of those big things. To kill your son is a big deal. And we've seen how bloodthirsty Hyphen is, though. And I think he would have killed Connor if he hadn't held back. Possibly. I don't know. Right, let's find out. The big thing here is Liam. The fact that Liam is Shay's best friend. And Achilles. He's obviously going to escape in some degree.
More than me, apparently.
Finally, you understand.
Shay was right.
Achilles. This is a structure to hold the world together, not a weapon to control it. This whole calamity could have been avoided if you'd only listened to me.
Disrespectful to the end.
Yes, we've been working on that.
Right or wrong, Shay. You betrayed the Brotherhood, Achilles, and me.
Says the man who shot me in the back.
At the homestead. That was Chevalier.
I don't mess. Liam don't.
Uh-oh. Yeah, that wasn't good. The whole thing that Shay was trying to avoid, Liam has just done accidentally. Well, accidentally, maybe not. I don't know. Don't know how you'd view it. Right, do not get hit with energy beams. It's the optional objective. And we need to kill Liam. I'm trying to reduce distance to target. He's very quick, as we've found. Ah, it wasn't what I wanted. Run, Connor, run. Run, Shay. I keep saying Connor now, you've got Connor in my mind. I'm trying. Don't desync me on reducing distance to target. Don't do it. We're not catching though, are we? That's the downside. Whoa! Can't desync me on... do not get shot by Liam. Okay, new thing. Don't get shot.
Did you have to bring the damn manuscript and box all the way out here, Liam?
The precursor box is safe, Shay.
Let him shoot.
Chevalier took care of that.
Then we move.
You'll never find it.
Let him shoot. And then we move. No! Okay, I think we're okay. So I just saw the laser coming up.
I found Hope's body, Shay.
I'm sorry!
Was it you?
Of course it was us.
Tell me!
I had to!
Sit down! I thought I was going to get shot then. Oh, okay. We're okay. Wasn't intended. We'd already passed the optional objective, I think. It's now not being shot by him.
Give up, Shay! You won't get out of here, you bastard!
I'll catch him in chat afterwards. You can't shoot me from there, surely. No. Okay, I need to wait for him to... Oh, I missed the counter. There we go. Need to disarm. There we go. I missed a couple of counters there that would have been better. Both fall into the icy water. Maybe he held back subconsciously. I think it was more subconscious. We know what kind of killer he was.
That was... lucky.
How many times do I have to tell you, Liam? I make my own luck.
How'd you do that, you bastard? You broke the assassins. Betrayed everyone you knew. You sided with our worst enemies. And for what?
To save the world.
I hope that world is a good one.
I'm assuming Hytham doesn't catch Achilles, because obviously we know what happens to Achilles going forward. I think you're both right in some degree. I think it is open to interpretation, isn't it? I think subconsciously he didn't try and kill his son in the same way he would kill everyone else, but we know how bloodthirsty he was. So either he subconsciously made a mistake, an error, or held back, or Connor was just that good. Right, we've got to reach the ship. I'm assuming we've done all the optionals. I think we have. We hit the laser beams at the end, but that had already ticked off, so I think we're good. We didn't get shot as far as I could tell, so I think we've done all the optionals. Hytham and Achilles going at it.
Why not? Achilles is harmless now. A mentor with no followers. What kind of world are we making if we cannot show mercy?
Oh, wow.
Besides, he understands what these precursor sites are now. Without him, the assassins may continue their search.
Valid points.
Wow. So Shay convinced Hytham not to kill Achilles. I wasn't expecting that. I just thought Achilles would escape. But Hytham held back against Achilles and actually decided not to kill him on the word of Shay. That wasn't expected. So is that a matter of respect from Hytham to Shay, maybe? Or is that the fact his points were completely valid?
Never forget what has happened here.
Well, that's one way to make him remember.
But the world will.
Maybe he wasn't as maybe he didn't listen to Shay completely.
So what happens now?
Master Gist will be in charge of eradicating any remaining traces of the assassins. Master Weeks and the others will assist him, of course.
Achilles has lost everything. He won't dare leave his homestead.
He won't.
That does explain more about Achilles in Assassin's Creed 3, doesn't it?
Precursor Sites is at an end. I want that box. You will find it for the Templar Order. And for me.
Could be anywhere in the world by now. It may take years to find it.
It may take your lifetime. Are you up for the challenge? Good.
Trophy achieved, Brotherhood
Incredible.
broken.
Who knew that Shay had that kind of potential?
And we're back in the modern day.
I have everything I need to complete our assignment here.
One last job, Numbskull. We need you to upload Shay's story.
But not to Helix. I want some very specific people to see what we have found here.
Level 3 clearance. Go to the basement. Okay. There is still stuff to do in the modern day, so we do need to work that one out at some point. Is it exit? Oh, it's this way. Heading to the basement. So interesting. There we go. That's what we needed.
From this point on, no doors will be closed to you.
So it enables us to get all the tech that's around and all the unlocking of computers.
That of peace. But over the centuries, that goal eroded into a far more dangerous one. Freedom.
Shit. What's going on now?
A minor setback.
Okay. Your communicator doesn't work right now, and it must be dark as hell down there. But I can show you the way. There! Just follow those lights and you'll be set. I promise. You
Follow the lights.
follow the bright lights.
I'm expecting something to jump out on us, I really am.
I haven't steered you wrong yet, have I? Follow the lights.
I am following the lights. She's very impatient. That's one thing I will say. Right, we've got the first bit of tech we just picked up. This is tablet document 17. Chloe Lesney to Melanie LeMay, 8th of September 2014. Nikolai Orlov. I do like the computer side of this, where we're learning Berg's inspirations, but also these tablet documents do give us a lot of information as well. And I think, because we've played the games the way we have, it explains a lot of stuff from previous games, but also later on, you know, the Viking stuff we learn a bit about with Berg, and that's quite interesting because of Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I like this a lot. I like this take a lot. I think it's meant to be take a look, surely. A psychotic Russian terrorist meddles in the affairs of a once proud monarchy. Now, for the first time in history, learn the truth about Russia's swift and brutal descent into anarchy and chaos at the genesis of the 20th century. We haven't had a Russian one, have we? Oh, we have. It's in the 2.5D side-scroller ones. I believe one of them is Russian, isn't it? Because a lot of these are talking about past games and future games. I'm not sure about White Death as the name though. Radical Red's The Fall. I suck at naming, but I think we just need to sit down and hammer out a final title. Coffee soon. But yeah, they do give a lot of information on previous games and upcoming. I'm here.
Your communicator should work now.
Okay, have I missed anything in
The
here?
Assassin Brotherhood still exists today, and they remain dedicated to their foolish cause. I am a Templar Knight. I protect the world from the Assassins.
The big thing they've done is show the Assassins as, although they did want peace, the way they went about it was wrong, in their mind. Doesn't mean they were, but that's the way it's coming across. There's more tech here.
Restore the servants.
Let's have a little bit. So, to Jean-Francois Brunet from Melanie May, 10th of August 2014, Cesare Borgia. Now, we know about Borgia from obviously Assassin's Creed 2. Hi, after looking over the footage that you presented, I've decided that rather than dedicate an entire feature to the loathsome Cesare Borgia, we'll use it to add some spice and conflict to the existing Rodrigo Borgia piece. Cesare is too much of an asshole to have his own show. Okay, fair enough, I agree. Still got 9 of those to find somewhere. But this level 3 access should help with that, I think. Right, we're on the lift. Do I need to do anything, or is it just going to move down itself? Ah, I need to do it, don't I? There you go. Okay, we'll see if there's any more tech to pick up in this area while we're down here. That way we don't have to come back at least. No. Thing is, it can be anywhere, can't it? That's why I'm looking everywhere. It saves us having to come back and look. No. That's the computer we need to do. I don't think there is any more tech down here, to be fair. Okay. Let's restore the server. So this one has a transparent one. These haven't been too bad. I thought they'd be a lot trickier than they actually have been, to be fair. So, let's move that one to the... let's move that there. That's going through the transparent line. This one is blocked. There we go, done. So I mean, they haven't been difficult, which is quite good. In one way. Bad in another, I suppose.
Otto Berg, the big star of the Animi training program. Show me what you've got, you arrogant prick.
If you insist, Master Cross. I believe that my training will soon be complete. Wouldn't you agree? What's so funny?
I was wrong about you. You're not arrogant. You're just deeply fucking stupid.
Oh.
Your body, your mind, they're not yours anymore. You understand? All you have left are the voices.
I don't suffer from your condition. My animus sessions were carefully...
No! My voices are ghosts! Dead! So they can only ever say the same things over and over and over and over. But the ones in your head, will never die. And they own you now.
I am the Order's humble servant.
You're not even a person anymore. You're a tool, a weapon, a plaything.
We're done here.
And in the glorious New World Order, there won't be any room for broken toys like us!
So that was obviously Cross and Berg having some kind of training session. Cross's view on things is different to Berg's.
You have exceeded my every expectation. Use that terminal to upload Shay's story to the Assassin Network.
Not that terminal then.
The time to strike is now.
I think it's the one up here, isn't it, we've got to go and use. There's definitely no tech down there that I've seen. Okay, let's upload Shay's story.
Assassins are weak. It is only a matter of time before I catch the last of them and kill them. But it is not enough for them to die.
What happened in Haiti happened in Portugal. A great earthquake. Thousands dead thanks to your damned manuscript.
Get him out of here.
I want them to know how weak they truly are. And I want everyone to see them suffer. So on the day they finally meet me, they will welcome the death I offer them.
Shay was right.
What would he know?
More than me, apparently.
My plan is in motion. I have no further demands to place upon you. However, Shay's story is not complete. I would ask that you see it through to the end.
So there we go.
I am super impressed, Numbskull. You really came through for us. And yes, I am also a Templar. Have been for years.
They kind of showcased the assassins as being quite weak in that little video. I think that was the point, obviously, but we know differently. Yeah, I'm still looking for tech. Whilst down in the basement, we may as well look at the other places we could have gone to originally. There was a left and a right, I believe. So straight on is back to the computer. Let's check right first. We know there's still stuff we need to do in modern day. That makes sense to try to. It's interesting how they said... Right, that door is not going to open, is it? Shay's story is not finished. Felt like it was. What's this way? 2 doors. And obviously we've seen these... there's another computer. We've seen these rooms before, haven't we? This was the rooms one of them was we kept in Assassin's Creed Black Flag. Right, another computer to do. I'm trying not to miss anything before we go back. But yeah, interesting that they said Shay's story isn't finished. Okay, the splitter works perfectly there. Let's go to that one. There we go, done. I don't think we've really had to spend much time doing these. They've not been that bad. I was expecting to get really difficult. Burger game.
Duncan Walpole rose to the ranks to become a master assassin. But he was restricted by a Brotherhood which chose to send him across the ocean to the West Indies, rather than find a way to nurture his potential. Once there, Duncan attracted the notice of Laureano Torres, former governor of Cuba and Templar Grand Master. Through their correspondence, Torres offered a less violent way to achieve their mutual goals, by using precursor artifacts as a surveillance system, rather than the murders and scheming favored by the Brotherhood. Sadly, Duncan was killed by a pirate before the Templars could help him achieve his potential. Although Duncan's story does not have a happy ending, it clearly demonstrates that the Templars' highest goals of peace and order need not exclude personal success and achievement.
So we remember Duncan Walpole from Black Flag. He definitely was an interesting character, and we know who killed him, obviously. But as he says, it means that their views of peace do not have to come at the cost of personal success, which is an interesting way of looking at things. Another computer in here. Let's double check there's no tech anywhere. I think I'm yet to find a collectible in the toilets and bathrooms, but it's always worth checking. Okay, this one's got a refract, a transparent, and a splitter. So let's have a look. Refract isn't being used. Oh, we've got top. There's only two to do, to be fair. The splitter's the transparent's the blue. So let's move this one there. Let's move this one, hasn't it? Okay. Let's go around to there. Okay. That tells me that one's slightly in the wrong place. We've got two into one now. Ah, actually, that's a good one there, which means what's the double up on that one is this one over here. There we go. Bit of turning around, but we got there.
Sean Hastings was a university professor whose hobby was leaking Abstergo secrets. He was hours away from being killed by Abstergo when he was saved by Rebecca Crane, an assassin hacker. Since then, the pair have been inseparable, providing technical support for assassin field agents. Hastings and Crane infiltrated Abstergo Entertainment Montreal in late 2013, and were responsible for the theft of classified information. It is unclear if they planted the virus currently affecting the Helix servers, or if they merely left the door open for other hackers to exploit. Rebecca Crane's skills are not to be underestimated. She created the Animus 2.0, an assassin version of Warren Vidick's original machine. It appears that she was also largely responsible for establishing a new, more secure assassin network. It would seem Crane and Hastings have been promoted within the Brotherhood. There are rumors that they are now leading some kind of hacker collective known as the Initiates, and attempting to lure them to the assassin side.
So we know a lot about those two, as we've seen a lot of them in other games. The big thing I think from Sean Hastings is his Animus entries, the actual information to the database, because I think they're brilliant. This computer switched off. Is there anything to pick up in here? I didn't see how many more we need to do actually, I should have checked. Okay, so that room's empty. So this was... Have we done this room? Let's stop the computers off. I don't know if we've done this room. There's pizza there. Ah, there we go. First bit of tech I found in a bathroom. So to Evan Dean from Melanie May, 29th of September 2014, Conspiracies. Hi Evan, I want to diversify our program a bit and attract a big of the fringe element in terms of customer base. With that in mind, I thought a new series focused on crazy conspiracy shit might be right up your alley. A few subjects to focus on. Hermetesis, I don't know what that is. The lost civilization of Lemuria, miracles in the Bible, planetary consciousness, the singularity. I'd like to see if we can get some big time celebrities to narrate these things. Now, at first glance, they'll probably balk at the subject matter, but I bet if we feed them the script in chunks that are out of order, we can easily manipulate them into thinking they're participating in a proper science documentary. Go nuts! So, there's still 8 of those to find. Computer's off as well. Okay, so I think that's the last room. That's all 4 done. No tech on the floor. Now, we didn't go the other way, so if we head... Hang on a second, let's get our bearings. I'm pretty sure we have to head this way. No, we tried to go this way, didn't we? And there's an error, there's a door we can't go through. So, I think our next step is to go right. We were going to go back to the server room, or we're going to go up. One of the two.
There's still one last chunk of Shay's data left to explore. It's a bit of a trip, but I think you should see it.
Okay, so we have got a little bit more story to do. As she said, there's a little bit more of his data to do. Where should we head first? Let's go see. I'm trying to, while we're in the present day, let's try and see if we can get these computers finished. Only because I'm assuming it is trophy related. They generally have been. Plus, I kind of want to finish the story of that side of things as well. So I don't think it's going to be in her office, but my thinking was down here. Because there was something we couldn't get through, that door we couldn't get through down here. But now level 3 access, I think will be okay. Ah, it's level 2. So did we go in here in the end?
I'm hungry.
There's level 3. But it's saying an error, so we can't go in there yet. I'm sure we've been down here already, haven't we? Yes. So we still can't go in this doorway, even though we've got level 3 access. Okay. That may be something right at the end. That was the only thing we had to do in here, I think. I think we have checked the bathroom, but just in case. Now we've found some tech in a bathroom, I now know I need to check it. I think we're good. But I don't think there's anything else here. The only other place would be the lobby, potentially. Ah, there's a computer here to do. Okay. Transparent ones. If we move this one to there, that one's there. This one is going nowhere. There we go. What will this give us?
The first civilization entity known as Juno re-emerged from the Grand Temple in New York in December 2012. Although no longer a corporeal being, she exists as a kind of digital consciousness somewhere in the Abstergo cloud. To accomplish her goals in the real world, Juno uses 2 types of people. The first is another precursor consciousness that emerges in a human being at random. This person is commonly known as a sage. Juno also holds sway over a group of disciples called the Instruments of the First Will, who believe it is humanity's natural role to serve the first civilization. Abstergo is currently using the First Will as a cheap and hands-off way of acquiring pieces of Eden and other relics. However, I suspect that the reverse is also true, that they are using our resources to locate objects that will help them further their own goals. I do not trust them, but for now, all I can do is have DaCosta monitor their activities. Juno's motives are unclear. Although she has made one attempt to possess a corporeal body, she appears to be more powerful as a digital entity. Agent DaCosta fears that should humanity ever achieve singularity, a fusion of humanity and machines, Juno would become unstoppable. Ironically, it is Abstergo itself which is driving civilization in that direction.
So that's quite interesting, that they know that Juno may become unstoppable. Okay, she's still in here, so I'm pretty sure we can't do anything in here. Double check. Oh, we can go outside. We recognise this part from previous. There we go, a bit of tech. So this is to Jim Francois Brunette from Melanie May, 21st of July 2014, -Kenway. Just to keep you in the loop, I heard back from editorial this morning. The story itself is untouched, but this is going to be the menu text for the Kenway feature. Devoted patriot, celebrated scholar, loving father. Loving father? Really? Exclusive to Helix, witnessed the rise and martyrdom of one of the American Revolution's least known heroes. A Helix exclusive. I can't believe to put... I know they're twisting it, obviously, but loving father. I think it fits perfectly with the title we've chosen, The Lone Eagle. Hyphen is going to appeal to a wide audience, and his story is going to definitely going. It doesn't make sense, does it? To give people a bad case of the feels, as those internet kids like to say. Oh my god, I'm old, aren't I? So, I know a lot of this is obviously related to games that have been and gone, or future possibles. I think a Hyphen game would be incredible. To learn his early story would, I think, be really good. Okay, I don't think there was anything else in here for us to do. No.
We'll have these up and running in no
I'm
time.
I'm just doubting myself in terms of I've checked everywhere. Right, I think that's done. So the only other place is the lobby. We'll go and check that next before we head back to the main office. And then I believe we've checked everywhere we can possibly check. Unless something opens up right at the end. It's easy to do this. Every time we're back from the Animus, it makes sense to have a look round. This saves us time later. I know it's a bit time consuming now, but it kind of makes sense to do it now. As we're out of the Animus anyway. Now we have looked around here before. I don't know if there's any rooms now unlocked. There's a guard there. It is level 3 access, which we have. We did these computers earlier.
I'm bored out of my skull.
No, it's level 1.
Orders are orders, and my orders are to stand right here.
Yeah, it's not going to let anyone past. Let's just check down this side, just to make sure we haven't missed anything. And then we'll go down the other side as well. I've got a feeling we probably haven't missed anything.
We're making good progress here.
What's this door? Now we have found some tech in one of the bathrooms, so it's definitely worth checking again. Nothing in there. I was expecting one just to be sat on the toilet or something. That'd be quite funny, but it's not. No, nothing. Okay, nothing in there, that's fine. Anything here? No. We can go down to that lobby. That's somewhere we've not been.
Now?
Is there anything along here?
Shit. Why
We'll head down next and just have a check.
But have you tried it though?
See, that's the one thing I would say is this isn't. Oh no, it's not going to let us out, is it?
Sound like my thing.
I would say this is something that's encouraged us to do every time we're out the Animus, whereas the other side stuff hasn't really been encouraged. There's a computer here to hack and a bit of tech. 2 in 1.
PvP death matches in it?
This one is to Jim Francois Brunette from Melanie May, 4th of August 2014. Robert Disable. I'm starting to have second thoughts about doing a feature on Robert Disable. I don't recognise the name. I kind of do and don't. While he was a great leader, I just don't know that there's anything about a knight that fought and died during the Crusades that makes him stand out. I'm wondering if we can leave him aside for now and focus on Madeleine Delisle. We know about her. A successful businesswoman in pre-colonial Louisiana is more of a feel-good success story. So I don't recognise Sable. I recognise the name a little bit, but I don't quite understand why I recognise it. But I definitely I recognise Delisle. So then we know her quite a bit. Right, so we've got to refract. Okay, so I think we move this one. Although I think this one needs moving there. Let's go to this one. There we go. 2 on 1 here. That's there, that's there. That's not going anywhere, is it? Okay. That's there. So this one needs moving. And I think if we move that one... Okay, not quite. So that I think that's got to go top. Which means this one needs to go down. Which means all those need moving. There we go. Let's see what we're going to find out about Berg this time. I want to say Berg.
This is a priority message to all Sigma team operatives. Assassins have stolen an artifact from a Rotterdam storage facility. Rally point is at 51.887107 by 4.559017. Be there at 0600 local time. Stragglers will be put to death, so move it. Listen up, losers. There are 2 confirmed assassins operating in the city. Target number 1 is Harlan Cunningham, the only survivor of a cell in Florence that our fearless leader eradicated a couple of years back. He stole the precursor box and is on the run. Target number 2 has been identified as Aaron Shute, former MMA champion, and now Cunningham's disciple and lover. How romantic. He's running interference, murdering our Templar agents embedded in Abstergo facilities throughout the city.
Sorkin, take Sigma team and go after Shute. I will take down Cunningham myself and recover the artifact.
I don't like the idea of you going alone, boss.
I want to deal with him personally. Sigma team, maintain contact with Violet at all times. You have your orders.
Sorkin, you dipshit! Don't engage him hand-to-hand. Pull your men back.
Get some! He's got my gun!
Sniper 1, do you have a shot?
Negative. He's using Sorkin as a shield.
He's tearing us apart! Take the shot!
I hit Sorkin. He dropped a smoke bomb. I've lost visual.
He's gone.
That's our cue. Pick up your sorry asses and get to the extraction point. Double time.
Just fucking kill me already.
I had a dream about you.
Ah, that's sweet. But I'm with someone.
In my dream, you never made it out of Florence alive.
What can I say? I'm too stubborn to die. Hello, lover.
Perkele!
We can't leave the box behind.
Fuck that! I killed half the Sigma team. Let's quit while we're ahead.
See you in your dreams, Berg.
What a shit show.
Compile the relevant parts of our audio logs and send them to Letitia, England. Tell her this is exactly why she should be letting us hunt assassins.
So they failed to bring in 2 of the assassins. But Berg thinks that's why they should be going after the assassins, but they're being stopped from doing that currently. What's in this room? Anything? Yeah, another computer. No tech by the looks of things. Okay, another one to do then. This one's straightforward. Gonna make sure nothing obviously blocks anything else. Let's go there. 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 And there. Nice and easy, that one.
The kill box is live. Sorkin's picking off the stragglers as they escape.
Good. Proceed to stage 2.
All points, the word is given. Stage 2 is a go. I repeat, stage 2 is a go.
Get those doors down.
3,
too!
Adriano Maestranzi, I have come for you.
What's he holding?
Vittoria agli assassini.
Bomb! Berg! Sigma team? Anyone, do you copy?
So they did find someone in Florence and he had a bomb on him, and I believe he said all hail assassins, I believe, but I could be completely wrong. That's what it kind of sounded like. Okay, so it's down there done. We are still missing a few. So we'll just travel up this right hand side. If there's none here, we'll head back up to the desk. We know there's a few doors obviously we can't go in. I'm hoping they'll be unlocked later. Attack. As I say, it just makes sense to do this while we're out of the Animus. It does feel like a lot of them are locked behind other things. Right, there's one there. So to Christopher Darby from Melanie the May, 27th of July 2014, talking about Edward Kenway. We have Devils of the Caribbean taken from his genetic memories, but I think we can do more. Is there a way we can spin a cautionary tale around his actual life? Alternatively, do we know anything about his life once he returned to England? I know his family had a big mansion in London somewhere. Is it still standing? I don't want to give the impression that the studio is just reusing the same genetic memories over and over, so while I want to recycle assets to save money, the experience has to be totally fresh. So they contemplated doing something about his life back in London. Didn't they say he was killed in a house fire, I believe? That was what we've been told during this. Have we been in here? I feel we have. There's nothing here, is there? No. So, I think that's everywhere now cleared in regards to tech and computers, so because of that we'll head back up. We'll have a quick walk around the office just in case. I think there was one door that had level 3 access in the office that we needed. And then we'll go back into the Animus and continue on with Shay's story. Still got plenty of time left on the stream, so plenty of time. Thanks for the like, with much appreciated. So yeah, Helix research. I think we get out this way, don't we? No, wrong way. I always get confused which way we're actually meant to be walking out of there. So, we kind of need to do this in an order so we don't miss anything, but I think we've done the desk, that's done. Let's walk to the right. I believe this was one of the rooms that had level 3 access. Yes, just ahead of us. So this is definitely somewhere we haven't been. Let's go around in a decent, orderly fashion and just check. There is someone in here. I hear him talking. The computers are off, that's annoying, isn't it? Let's check over here though. Need to keep an eye on when we come off this how many's left. Philippe Chartrand from Melanie May, 1st September 2014. Fiora Cavaza. Hey Philippe, you're getting great data from Fiora Cavaza. I don't recognise that name at all. But I just want to chime in now and say that I don't want to focus too much on her early life as a courtesan in the Rose in Fiore. Now, we do know the Rose in Fiore, that was ran by Ezio Auditore's sister. Rather, I want to focus on the intrigue and tension when she betrays her gang. I cannot stress enough how much I do not want Fiora to be perceived as an over-sexualized object, but rather as a cunning spy who has to make difficult choices to overcome life-threatening obstacles. I'm going to be on your ass about this, so always err on the side of good taste. I believe in you. It's an interesting one. So someone supposedly, according to this, went against, they say her gang, but I'm assuming went against Claudia at some point in Florence while she ran the Fiora in Fiore. Again, apologies for pronunciation, it's probably horrific. Okay. I think... there's a computer here. I think this is the only thing in this room we haven't done. I didn't catch how many were left either. I meant to look. We've got refract and transparent. One is blocked there. Okay. but moving it means that moves. There we go, that's that one. And this one is also blocked. Goes to the bottom. Okay. Still goes to the bottom. Wrong way. There we go. What will this give us?
Speak.
Why has Violet DaCosta been removed from Sigma Team?
I'm reassigning our assets as I see fit to align with the goals of the Phoenix Project.
The Phoenix Project? Sigma Team would be of more use hunting down the remaining assassins. Let Delta Team hunt precursor relics instead.
Those relics are the key to sequencing First Civilization DNA. Accomplishing that goal will in turn make the assassins even less of a threat than they are now.
Be that as it may, Agent DaCosta should not be wasted on something like Abstergo entertainment.
Last year's fiasco with the Sample 17 project showed me that Abstergo Entertainment is more than just a disposable subsidiary. It's the best resource we have to finding new pieces of Eden.
It is a weak link that has been compromised by our enemies time and time again.
Apologies, my pronunciation is horrendous. I do apologise, but good morning, how are you?
We're confident that Melanie LeMay won't fuck it up, like Olivier Garneau.
Bringing a civilian like that into our ranks is also unwise.
Time will tell with Miss LeMay, but she handled the John Standish situation with an even hand. She helped us discover the existence of sages, and in doing so, has done more for Phoenix than you have, Mr. Berg.
She also continues to ignore the presence of the instruments of the First Will within her operation.
Those whack jobs are actually useful to us for now. They're a cheap source of relics we can exploit. If they become too much of a problem, we'll deal with them with the same efficiency we deal with the assassins.
Giving the assassins time to regroup is a tactical mistake. We should strike them now while they are at their most vulnerable.
We value your passion and expertise, Mr. Berg, and your concerns have been noted. Now pack your bags. You've got a busy year ahead of you.
So Berg felt they should have pushed to eradicate the assassins when they had the chance to, in November 2013. We've got 2 more computers to find, to be fair. And obviously, they said no. So we have nearly done all the computers. As I said, this was the ideal time to do it, as we were out of the Animus anyway. We have been in here, but I just want to double check, because sometimes, as we've progressed, new things have then become apparent.
Where the Arno Dorian data should be.
Arno Dorian data's missing according to that tech. I didn't recognise that name. Okay, I think we have done everything in here. Yes. Tech on the it's tech on the seat. Didn't see that there. So what do we got for this tech? Oh, I did say good morning, Vinesh. Hopefully you heard me. Jim Francois Brunette from Melanie LeMay, 17 August 2014. Loreno Torres. Now, Loreno Torres we know very well from previous. I don't know how to say this politely, so please don't think there's anything personal reflection of you or your work. You're a star. But I think doing an entire virtual feature about Loreno Torres is the single most boring pitch that's ever come across my desk. Sorry. Okay, how many of those are left? 3. Okay. So we've got 2 computers and 3 lots of tech to find. We'll have a walk around the office. We are heading back to our console to continue Shay's story. But I want to have a quick walk around to see if there's anything we missed knowingly. And then, obviously, we'll have to come back out again later, I believe. If we can't see anything. To be fair, I hadn't spotted the one on the chair there. We've been in there previously. But like I said, I'm assuming this is required for the Platinum Trophy. This is why we're focusing on it a little bit. Now we've found one in the bathroom, we'll double check the bathroom. I'm sure I've already checked. I think someone just flushed, to be fair. Okay, nothing in there. Check the seats. Oh. And then the coffee bar. We know it's deserted, everyone's been told to leave, bar us. No, nothing there. Okay. Try and do it in a kind of order so we know where we've been and checked.
I'm
To be
bored
fair.
with my skull. But orders are orders, and my orders are to stand right here.
I've got a feeling we've got to go into there at some point. Oh, we can go into there now, actually. But there's nothing for us to do in here by the looks of things. I do like this. This has all been, every time we've cleared something in the story, this is what's happened. So Achilles is alive. Ben Franklin, still alive. James Cook, William Johnson, Gist, Hypham, and Shay. I like the way that's all been. I just like the way that's realistic in terms of how to work things out, and it's quite cool. Okay, let's do this right hand side. I've got a feeling we won't find any more until we do complete more story.
Nothing to see here.
Yeah, we know we can't go into there. Yeah, I've got a feeling that's going to be locked until the story's actually finished. And they have said there's more to do still. So something else is going to happen within Shay's story. I think that's all of that checked. As I say, we have kind of gone round as and when we could. So I believe we've done everything. I know our computer's there.
Once you go back to finish Shay's story, your life is never going to be the same afterwards. You should finish any outstanding business before entering your Animus.
Okay, you should finish any outstanding business before entering the Animus. I'm pretty sure there's nothing else for us to find currently. Although they are saying make sure you've finished everything. We've definitely been in there in both rooms. Have we been in that one? No, we've been in that one actually. Hang on. 2 and 3. I don't know if we've been in here. Let's check the 2 first. I want to say we have, but I'm not entirely 100%. We have been in here before. I believe the 3 we haven't though. For her to say make sure you finish any unfinished business kind of tells me maybe we can collect all of these before we leave. But I've got a feeling we can't. Because I think they are locked away. This one we haven't been in. Unless there's going to be 3 bits of text and 2 computers. I don't think we can find them all yet. I'm pretty sure we have checked everywhere. Unless I've missed something obvious. Okay. Go on the outside first, I think. Definitely nothing here. There's a computer here that can't be hacked, so that's not one of them. Nothing on the chair. Yeah, it's weird how she says that. Make sure you finish any business first. Whereas I'm pretty sure there's stuff locked away. Nothing there, is there? No. Nothing on this side. Let's double check this corner. No, okay. There's a computer here that can be hacked, but no data. I'm adamant we haven't missed anything, but you never know. So we'll finish off what we can before heading back to the Animus. I believe this is the last room we can actually go in. So, let's solve this one and see what's going on with Berg. That's the only one that can move now. Okay, so that goes to the bottom. So if we move this one there, what about that one now? It goes there, okay. Let's go there, and then go there. Interesting. So, let's move this one that way. I know it means 2 on this one, but can we go... There we go. Let's see what Berg is going to tell us this time.
Field Report, Phoenix Project, November 1st, 2013. Agent DaCosta alerted me to a possible lead on the Koh-i-Noor diamond. A replica can be found among the crown jewels of England. However, the true diamond is a powerful piece of Eden and has been lost for centuries. Jot Sura is a programmer at Mysore Tech, a company working with Abstergo Entertainment to release a variant of the Animus headset to Asia, called the Brahmin device. He's been associating with Siobhan Dami, the sister of Jadseep Dami, a known assassin. Could the Brotherhood be using the Brahmin device to locate the Koh-i-Noor? Until we have more evidence, I have decided to use a local Abstergo strike force rather than mobilize Sigma team. Update, November 3rd, 2013. Jot Sura was abducted outside of Dreamland Studios in Mumbai. He was seen being forced into a van by Siobhan and Jadseep Dami. This confirms my suspicions. The assassins must be using Jot Sura's genetic memories to locate the Koh-i-Noor. I have authorized the local Abstergo soldiers to engage and eliminate the assassins, with instructions that the Brahmin device must be kept intact. I am en route to India. Update, November 4th, 2013. I arrived in India too late. Our strike team engaged the assassins in 2 separate conflicts. The body of Siobhan Dami was found at the first site, but her remains were too badly damaged in an explosion to collect any genetic information. I found the Brahmin device at the second site, but after reviewing the genetic memories recorded within, I am relieved to find that Jot Sura's bloodline was a dead end. The real Koh-i-Noor diamond remains lost to both sides. Jadseep Dami escaped, which means we must monitor this new assassin activity in India closely. I am closing this file and proceeding to my next mission.
So that was kind of telling us more about a bit of an Indian kind of viewpoint of the assassins. We haven't had an Indian game yet. It's been rumoured for a while. So that kind of says possibly it was in their minds at this point. Because that's the thing with Assassin's Creed, the whole franchise as a whole. They knew exactly what was going to happen and what game they were doing long before we knew. So there was always a big plan in advance. They know where the end is. And the actual times in history they plan on using have been set out for years. And you can tell that by some of the previous games, because they give all these different insights. But you've got to think, this was out in 2014, but yet they've talked about the Vikings, which we've had now. They've talked about Greece, they've talked, throughout all the previous games, the modern day side has always talked about future games, so they know in advance exactly what's happening. We just don't know. They could make an Indian game. Well, there was a lot of talk before the Basim game was talked about. They were talking about an Indian one where it was based around the British Indian Trading Company, which was in India. So I believe that was what was coming next, and Basim kind of was announced. We know COVID put paid to a lot of their plans, and Basim was meant to be a DLC, and then made into a full game. I don't know, it's going to be interesting to see where they move next. But I definitely think there will be an Indian game of some sort at some point. It does make sense. So this is Jennifer Tam from Melanie May, 17th of September 2014. Animus Combat Sports, okay. Hey you, remember when you said you wanted to see MMA events for an Animus? IRC. I don't know what that means, IRC. It's IRC, isn't it? What you actually said was, I want a cage-side seat to bathe in the man sweat. Well, I took that idea to heart, and we're working with our partners at Mysore Tech in India again, to remaster some traditional entertainment as virtual features. We're going to have concerts and historical tourism, but I made sure we got some combat sports just for you, my dear. We're going to have a series called The Best of Tornado de Combat, Brazil's biggest promotion. Their CEO was a bit of a dick, but the Abstergo name carries a lot of weight, so it definitely helped us out. Volume 1 is going to include fighters like Guilherme Vanensansa, I apologise for pronunciation, Aren Shoot, and Louis Otavio Duris. Means nothing to me, but I hope you're excited. No idea what they're going to do with Basim, because now Basim is in the modern world. I know, I'm not quite sure how that's going to work. What I originally heard was Basim was going to be pre-Valhalla. So, how we become an assassin, possibly. Yeah, it's something like that from what I've heard, but as I say, there's a lot of rumours and not very much truth a lot of the time. So we've still got one computer to do and one bit of tech, I believe. There is nothing left in this room. She did say make sure you've done everything before you go back, but I don't think we've missed anything that I can see. there are some rooms shut to us, so it makes me think we do have to come back to modern day at some point. I'm adamant we've done everything we can find. It was weird how she said, make sure you've done everything before you come back. The Animus. But I'm adamant there's nothing left. There is. I don't know where it is. Could be something silly I've missed, to be fair. But yeah, I think we're done in Modern World. So let's go back to the Animus. Let's see out Shay's story. We've still got an hour left. Plenty of time. Our Animus is here. So let's go and see what's happening with Shay. I'm just looking at the statues. They do tend to change. A little bit of an Easter egg down there. Far Cry. Anyone spotted that? That was a bit of an Easter egg. Because it was supposed to be a DLC for Valhalla, gameplay mechanics might be too similar. There is that worry, isn't there? I think they should have kept it as a DLC, to be fair. Any other Easter eggs, or is that just the only one? That picture looks familiar, but I don't know what of. But yeah, a couple of Far Cry Easter eggs. I know Ubisoft have been quite good with their Easter eggs, to be fair. A couple of books. Oh, look at that. That's quite cool. Assassin's Creed 3. And it's DLC, Assassin's Creed Liberation there. It's amazing when you actually find some of these Easter eggs. I can't quite read some of them. Assassin's Creed Black Flag. Little book there. And there's an Assassin's Creed one on the top. Ah, Assassin's Creed Forsaken. That's a different one. And Assassin's Creed The Fall. But yeah, I do love the Easter eggs that you put in these things. Right, let's head back in. Trophy achieved, sending a message. I'm assuming that's finishing the modern day bit, would be my assumption. So what are we going to find out? Ah, so this is the future memory game. I've had a few of these.
The Royal Palace at Versailles, Louis XVI and Marie Antoinette in residence.
That is Benjamin Franklin. Decadence. The future Shay.
Good luck, Numbskull.
So we knew there was something
Shay.
here, we just don't know what.
You certainly look prepared to meet royalty. Perhaps King Louis himself will
I got no
grant you an
weapons.
audience.
I doubt even these breaches will get me into the king's chambers. Besides, I'm only here to see a business acquaintance.
Yes, I heard a group of merchants would be here today. They might come see my scientific demonstration later.
You gonna walk or
They
stay
really
still?
should. They might learn something, though I wouldn't count on their being present. I take my leave. Thank you again, Master Franklin. Now to find Charles and that damned box.
Okay, we've got to infiltrate the Palace of Versailles. He does something that ties Unity here. I assumed it would. And we've got to remain undetected, otherwise we get desynced. Can we just walk in? No, as soon as we get there it's going to be a red area, isn't it? Well, that's what we need to infiltrate.
That's him. Charles Dorian.
Charles Dorian. Recognise the name? Okay, so the balcony up there is where we need to head to. Again, we can't be detected, so we've got to find a way in. There's a guard on one of the balconies, I believe. As there was something there. It could be above us or below. It's above. I think we go over this way. Through the garden. We're going into that balcony there. Can't go over there. Name of the main character in Unity is Arno Dorian. I knew I recognised the name, but I couldn't think why I knew it. That would explain it then. As I had recognised the name, I just couldn't put my finger on why. But yeah, that does make sense. Right, how are we getting up? No one's noticed Shay just climbing around, you know. People tend to just ignore that kind of thing in Assassin's Creed, to be fair. And we can't be detected. Through that doorway, there's going to be lots of enemies. I'm assuming we can't go this way. Nope. Arno is here with his father. Ah, okay, that's cool. Nope. Well, we're heading through this door, aren't we? No. Okay, we can't go through any doorway. Ah, it's here, that's why. Okay, cannot be detected, that's the problem. It's guarded by the window over there. Okay. This not being detected thing is going to be interesting, isn't it? I think we obviously just need to stay near groups of people as much as possible. And that kind of stops us being detected by the looks of things. Nice and slow. The guard there. Kind of need him to turn back again, I think, before we make a move from here. Hello, Assassin. How are you? You're from Pakistan and love Assassin's Creed. Nice. What games have you played? I think we're okay. Yeah. Still undetected. Okay. I think we're heading through down there. Okay, remember we can't be detected. Where do I go from there? I wasn't going to kill anyone, but we were going to stay undetected. I didn't really have much choice there. Okay, 2 guards facing us, that's an issue. Thanks for the like, Lord, much appreciated. That's going to constantly keep coming up, isn't it? Do not be detected.
Did you see their faces when we stole those apples? I'm Arno. Elise. I'm here with...
Oh, wow.
So am I. He has important business with the king. What should we do now?
That's Arno. So we'll get to meet Arno properly very shortly when we do Assassin's Creed Unity, which comes up once we finish this. But that is young Arno. That is very, very cool. Right, I think I need to get in this group. Not be detected. Maybe not. That's quite cool. So quite a few Easter eggs, isn't there, within this? Right, there's 2 soldiers there. Ignore those. We have had to kill someone. Wasn't really what I wanted to be doing. Locate the secret meeting. Now we've got to reach the secret meeting. Okay. I don't know if there's another way in than where we're going. Shay passing by a future assassin, I know. That's incredible. Okay, that's all we got reaches there.
Gentlemen, I'll protect this artifact with my very life.
Don't tell me we're about to kill Arno's dad. Because there is always that possibility.
Arno? Where have you gone?
We do. We have to kill Arno's father. Shay is responsible for the death
My
of
son,
Arno's
Arno?
father.
Perhaps you have seen him?
I need him to turn around.
You're the traitor.
I'm just finishing old business.
So this was why Shay was in France in the future.
The American Revolution undid your Templar business.
Then perhaps we shall start a revolution of our own.
So I like the way it mentioned Connor and the assassins got rid of the Templars in colonial America. This is the reason Arno becomes an assassin. Oh wow.
Uphold the principles of our order, and all that for which we stand. Never share our secrets, nor divulge the true nature of our work. Do so until death, whatever the cost. This is my new creed. I am Shay Cormac, Templar of the Colonial, of the American right. I am an older man now, and perhaps wiser. A war and a revolution have ended, and another is about to begin. May the Father of Understanding guide us all.
Wow. You're surprised Connor never decided to hunt Shay down? I think Achilles probably wouldn't have allowed it. Because Achilles obviously still cares for Shay. Shay did try and save his life, which he did as well to a degree. And obviously Shay's not mentioned by Achilles at any point. No one has mentioned to Connor that Shay's doing what he's doing. So I can understand him not going after him because no one's talked about it. You've got to think, when Connor was around, Shay was actually in France. By the way that plays out the timeline-wise. So it makes sense they wouldn't have met. Your cool story concept would be Connor and Arno teaming up to hunt Shay down. That would be an interesting one. But I've always said that I like the way all the games connect to one another in some way and degree. I think there was obviously some Easter eggs in that. Trophy achieved, no page unturned.
It's my pleasure and privilege to welcome you up here today.
Gotta hand it to you, numbskull. You proved yourself to be more than a simple research monkey.
The data you extracted from Shay Cormac's memories has served us well.
Shay's story is a message. One that says that when threatened, what an assassin truly wants isn't freedom, but order.
And we represent the highest order there is.
Whatever you learned from your Animus experience only scratches the surface. We have existed since before recorded human history, and have recently been reborn, disguised as Abstergo Industries.
And entertainment.
You have crossed the threshold, and your eyes have been opened. You have seen the world for what it truly is.
There's no turning back now. We got big plans for you.
The Father of Understanding guided you to us, and for that, we are grateful. The test of your true worth begins now. And it begins with a choice.
Join us, and a bright future will be all yours.
Refuse.
Refusing as a gun. It wasn't really a choice, was it? To be fair, it wasn't a choice if there's a gun involved, if Casey say no. Templars do seem like the good guys in this game, but I much prefer the assassins. I think that's the point, though. It's a different perspective. The perspective until now has always been the assassins, the Templars are the bad guys, the assassins are the good guys, and the assassins are trying to stop the Templars from destroying the world. But in this, you see a different side. The Templars aren't necessarily trying to destroy the world. In fact, Shay was trying to stop that. But also, in a lot of the extracts and things we've picked up, the Templars are well aware that they are the ones leading the world to a more tech-based reality, and doing that will allow Juno to become unstoppable. So there is that side of things as well. Sorry, it's here. So it is an interesting concept. In some ways, I like the way it's been done. I like the way it was managed because I think it all makes sense really well. In terms of story and the views and stuff, that does make a lot of sense. The Colonial Brotherhood did make lots of bad calls. They did. And I think that's the issue, isn't it? As I've said a couple of times, Lisbon was a massively bad call. And that's what led Shay to then turn and say, well, hang on a second. We're meant to be protecting the innocent, and yet we've just killed a load. I think that was more to do with the fact the assassins at that point didn't quite understand what the actual artifacts did. And that obviously plays a part in terms of what actually happens with these artifacts once you mess with them. And it was only afterwards that Achilles realised that Shay was right all along. At that moment in the cave. But it also explains why Achilles is on his own as a former mentor when Connor meets him. That makes a lot more sense. And yeah, it's a very good story, which does, like I say, gives you a different point of view of who is right, who is wrong. And like I said before, I think if both sides sat down and actually gave their whole, not creed as such, but the whole purpose, then both sides would probably end up agreeing that actually they're both right. I would like to see Assassin's Creed move on a little bit with the Templars and actually show that more of that side of them, because I think that's an interesting viewpoint. So it's crazy that we know that Assassin's existence by Bayek's time. That's the incredible thing, isn't it? Is how long they've been around. The Templars don't exist at the same time; they come later on, but yet Bayek had other things to deal with at that time. But yeah, I think I would like to see that investigated more, to the Templars' viewpoint. I think that would be quite an interesting view to take, to see more of what they actually wanted to do. There were obviously bad Templars, Cesare Borgia, or the whole Borgia, Rodrigo Borgia as well. There were some really bad, nasty Templars who didn't care about the innocent. All they cared about was power. And they did even say one of the things that it doesn't, you don't have to, it's not all, Templars aren't just about protecting everyone. They're also, you can also have your own achievements within that. But I think that obviously there is a threshold and the Borgias crossed that line. So that kind of makes sense that they're still bad guys as such. So I don't think all the Templars are good. I think some of them are still bad, but it's that element of that. Berg even comes across as someone who is trying to protect people in a way. But yeah, very interesting story. Enjoyed the story, liked the different side of the viewpoint. My only criticism, my big criticism in fact, and when I actually do a review of this eventually, I'm still behind. I've managed to do the Forbidden West review, to be fair, with no spoilers, which was a bonus. My only thinking would be, I'm not a fan of how the game has left so much stuff still to do once you finish the story. At no point are you pushed to go and do these things. Some of them don't quite make sense, some do. And I think that's a letdown. Because as of now, we've still got quite a bit to do. But yet the story's finished. So it is now just ambling around doing these things. I think that's a weird way of doing it. I can't obviously skip this, so we'll have to let this play out. But yeah, I think this needs to be explored more, this theory of the Templars being not necessarily as bad as we think they are from previous, while still having some bad elements. I like the fact they mentioned Sean Hastings though, and Rebecca. That was quite cool. We know Sean for his funny extracts in the Animus database. Thoroughly enjoyed those extracts. Missed them in some things, in fact. The jokes now aren't quite as good as they were. But also lots of hints of futures. So the Indian side of things as well would be interesting. I know a lot of people want a modern day one. I don't think that's quite going to happen. I just don't see how that works in terms of weaponry and stuff. I think that's just probably taking it too far. Although it's possible. I know there's rumours of this Japanese one. I don't think that's ever going to happen. I don't think Ubisoft ever had an idea of a samurai version, mainly because it doesn't quite work in the same way. I think their history is so different that I don't think it would work. But there's still lots of history there they could explore. It's just whether they do it and when they do it. But as I say, we don't know what's going to happen with Infinity. I think that's going to be a drop in and out kind of thing. I like if Infinity is done well, where they release steadily different times in history that you can go into, that would be a good chance to explore a lot more Templar side of things as well as Assassins, and gives you a lot more smaller areas of history to explore. Modern Assassin's Creed is basically Watch Dogs. To a degree, yeah, I think from what I've heard, Watch Dogs Legion is more Assassin's Creed, isn't it? I know Abstergo is mentioned in Watch Dogs, which I think the last episode went live yesterday, although there's a one episode to round up loads of stuff, bits and pieces, but story-wise, the last episode went live last night, that we've done, and Abstergo is mentioned a few times in Watch Dogs. I think Legion is the one which is more modern day Assassin's Creed, though, isn't it? So Yeah, it's an interesting one. Like I say, the story makes sense. I'm just disappointed with the way the world is so full of stuff to do, and yet at no point are you encouraged to do it. We've tried to clear as we go to some degree, but there's still a lot to do, and we need to look at trophies as soon as we know the story is definitely finished. We need to look at trophies and see where that leaves us, because I've got a feeling there's still a lot to do. I don't feel like we've cleared that many, and from what I'm aware, there's no multiplayer, so platinum is possible. It's just how long is it going to take? But it's going to be a lot of running around. I know there's mini missions inside that. You think platinum will definitely take lots more colour? Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Without knowing, that's kind of on my mind. I'm assuming the fleet missions, there's 33 in total, need completing, and I think we've done 9. New York, we've barely touched. I think we've explored 2, maybe 3 sections, and not fully. Only one section we've really done fully. The other ones we haven't. There's 2 areas in New York we've not been to. And at sea, there's 2 maps for the sea areas, and lots of places we've not even been to there. Forts to destroy. We've barely upgraded the Morrigan. We've barely done any crafting in terms of upgrades for Shay. Yeah, I think that's where they missed the beat. And I know this wasn't originally meant to be a full-on game. I think they've kind of filled the world with stuff to do after the story's been done. Probably to keep you playing, maybe, but it doesn't quite work in that respect. It kind of makes you... I can see why people don't try to platinum this that often. I don't know what... I can check what the platinum percentage is, actually, can't I? How rare is it? Because I'm curious, because I wonder if people do platinum it that much. Let me have a look. I'm curious what the percentage is, or rough. Is it a rare or not? Mainly because it's going to be a time-based thing, isn't it? Let's have a look. It's rare. It's not, at least it's 18.97% roughly for the platinum trophy. So it's whether you can be bothered to run around doing everything afterwards. There's a few missions we need to go back to get 100% synchronization. Not many though. I think we've done well not to have to do too many of them, to be honest. A lot of them were quite early on. But yeah, we're going to have to look at trophies. So it's, at least it's not a common one. It's not a quick one. But it's whether you've got the time to then sit and do everything else. That's the question, isn't it? Obviously, we're going to aim for the platinum. That's our plan, because there's no multiplayer, so there's no reason not to. So for us, that is going to be the plan for the next stream or 2. Depends obviously how long it lasts to do so. I obviously can't skip this, can I? I can. I can resume. I can't skip the credits, apologies. I'm assuming there would be music playing, but we have to turn the music off. Otherwise, we don't get in trouble, but it gets so frustrating. I have to spend time then appealing, copyright, and all this, so I kind of leave the music off. But yeah, going forward then, so obviously we'll finish this up. Rogue, after Rogue is Unity, which I remember playing quite vividly. Can't quite remember the story, a lot of it anyway, but I remember playing it, and I know Unity, the actual architecture they used to create France was incredible. It took a lot of time. Thanks for the like, it was much appreciated. So what we'll do, we're going to spend we've got another half an hour of this stream. We're going to spend, I still don't know what's going on tomorrow. So I spoke to Physio, they're a bit unsure about tomorrow. So tomorrow morning stream, if it goes ahead, I'll hopefully know by tonight what's going on for next week, for Friday. We'll try and do as much as we can to get this platinum trophy. I could spend time outside of stream doing it, but I think that kind of defeats the point to a degree. I want to see some of the stuff we haven't done. So we will do it in stream. I want to say I don't want to spend more than 2 maximum doing it. We shall see how that works out. But yeah, as soon as we've got the platinum, we will move on to Unity. They've changed a lot from Rogue to Unity in gameplay mechanics and graphics. Yes, I remember there's a big changes in terms of gameplay and control. I'm pretty sure I remember a big change there. Combat's quicker, if I remember correctly. Whereas in this, Black Flag, and even Assassin's Creed 3, combat's quite slow. Easy counter, and you just counter everyone, you're kind of normally okay. But yeah, that's the plan. Unity after this, once we get the Platinum Trophy. Unless something comes up, we'll look at the trophies and have a look. If there's something in the trophy list that makes it not impossible, but along them lines, or grindy. Because for me, exploring isn't grinding. Exploring is seeing what the game has filled the world with. But when we look at trophies, we'll have a look at that and see. I think it's possible. I think it should be. Then Unity's next, and then after Unity, Syndicate. There's no DLC for this one. I don't know if there's DLC for Unity. I need to have a look at that. And then obviously Syndicate, which we know there's DLC for Syndicate, and then we have this big choice. We have to decide what's next. I think this was going to be one of our shortest platinums, possibly, the way it's looking. It doesn't seem, I don't think it's going to be that long in terms of hours spent. But as I say, yeah, we'll move on to Unity, then Syndicate, and then we have this choice to make. By the time we have the choice, we will have the PlayStation Plus change happen. So obviously there'll be a lot of choice of games that will be free. One of them being Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut. I believe that's coming for free as part of the new PlayStation Plus. I know a lot of people have mentioned doing that. Obviously there's Spider-Man. I haven't checked trophies, no. I was waiting till after we'd finished the story, which we've obviously finished. So I probably could look at trophies, couldn't I, while we're doing this, to be fair. Yeah, so I don't know. Keller, to be fair, a lot of people have mentioned different things. Ghost of Tsushima has been mentioned quite a bit. Spider-Man and Miles Morales, because obviously we have Spider-Man 2 coming next year. There's a couple of games I'm keeping an eye on. There's the new DC game coming out in October, I believe. There's a new Marvel game coming out October, November time, I think, unless it gets delayed again. I'm keeping my eye on those two because they're interesting. But yeah, we've got a massive backlog. I know the Discord channel has lots of suggestions. But yeah, once we get close to finishing Syndicate and its DLCs, you guys will then be deciding. I'm not sure. I've got an idea. I think it's going to be Ghost of Tsushima. God of War, yes. We haven't played the early ones. We've got them to play. We haven't done them. So yeah, God of War's another one. The new one coming out. Obviously, we can always wait to play the new one so people can enjoy the story first. And we can play the older ones maybe while that's ongoing. I don't know. It's kind of I don't know. There's so much choice as a backlog, isn't there? And yes, I'm lucky to be able to have this time to do this. We will lose a bit of time over the summer holidays because obviously my little boy's home. But I know he's going to his grandparents for a week, so that will give us a week of streams. And my other half is off for 2 weeks of it, and I can't physically get out that often. So there will be some streams during the day. We're just going to work them out. So yeah, just Unity and Syndicate left. Unless, of course, Infinity launches in the meantime, which I highly doubt. Or the Batum game is released out of the blue, which I highly doubt as well. It is just Unity and Syndicate. And then we have more choices to make. And obviously there'll be a delay in Unity and Syndicate, mainly Syndicate, depending on Unity, if we get anything for Forbidden West. Because that's the other thing. If other things come out for Forbidden West, we've got to go back. I'm planning to put my review live next week Sunday. I finished it yesterday. It's always weird when you're looking back at something in quite a constructive kind of way. And I think I did its justice. I think I kind of explained reasons for different things quite well. It's only like 5 minutes long. It's not bad. But yeah, I still need to go back and do some of the others and review like Assassin's Creed 2 and stuff. I need to get back into that. Just time. But yeah, so we have 2 Assassin's Creeds left after this one. Feel like playing Forbidden West on ultra hard would be a little frustrating. Yeah, I would imagine it would be. If you're struggling against some of the bigger machines now and you haven't met them all yet, I'd wait. When I went on yesterday to record my review and record the footage, so then I would voice over it, and I saw obviously the ability to do New Game Plus, and there's 3 trophies to do with New Game Plus. It just doesn't interest me. Once the story's done for me, it's done. That's the problem. You're looking forward to it. I hope I've done it justice. I hope I've been as honest as I can. I've criticised some aspects that I criticised in the stream, but I've also acknowledged some bits that are fantastic. And I think I've done it justice, to be fair. I've tried to keep it as spoiler-free as possible as well. So hopefully I've done that well enough that no one is going to get anything ruined for themselves. But yeah, like I said from before, reviews for me, I don't watch reviews generally because it's from people that haven't played the game thoroughly. So I don't see the point in watching reviews that haven't done it. And yes, I get that it will take time to do that, especially when you've got 100 hours maybe to complete something and do a review on it. But I feel we're in a better position to look at things critically because we have seen everything we can see. That's a personal view, but that's how I see it. Maybe we'll get DLC in October, November. I'm hoping so. I think it deserves it. I think there's loads of stuff still available to be explored. That's the thing. The Shell Snapper is honestly the toughest until now. Shell Snapper's not too bad. You wait. You wait if you think the Shell Snapper's the toughest now. You wait. Ultra Hard might not be bad on New Game Plus. It depends how it levels with you, doesn't it? If it levels up nicely with yourself, it won't be too bad. You're going to try, are you, Lisa? Well, let me know how you get with New Game Plus. Like I say, once the story's done for me, I kind of lose that interest. And New Game Plus has never interested me on anything. The other thing we still haven't done is The Witcher. That was something else people were talking about. We're doing a platinum run of that. I'm considering not doing a platinum run. I'm just doing The Witcher playthrough with the DLCs. That's something I am considering because we know the platinum needs to follow a guide, and I kind of don't want to follow a guide, but I know we'd have to. That bugs me. Red Dead Redemption 2 as well is something else we can look at. Before starting New Game Plus, you definitely upgrade everything to the max. You're far away from that. Yeah, you've got a while yet, Keller, before you're going to get to New Game Plus, aren't you? That's the thing. But I think we've finished credits. We have achieved Templar now, Templar then, Templar now. I know they're not coming up on screen. I know it since we changed to PS5, you don't get a little obscured box in the corner when we get a trophy, whereas I do. So I believe that is every story mission done. Let's just double check. There's nothing telling us to go anywhere. No. And this is my criticism, and I will talk about this probably more in depth when we have the review eventually. We have got 1, 2, 3 and a bit areas of New York we have not touched. Now, to me, that makes no sense. And then on top of that, we've got River Valley, which I think I can look inside, and we've barely touched anything here either. That's River Valley. And then if we come out of that and go into North Atlantic, we've barely touched anything there either. So again, it's frustrating it hasn't wanted us to do these things. I don't get why it hasn't. That's my big criticism, I think. The story itself was brilliant. I really enjoyed the story. But I just feel that they've kind of left us in a silly position where, even New York hasn't been needed to be explored through the story. And that's kind of a letdown. So, we've got, what have we got? 20 minutes left. So, let me have a quick look through trophies. I want to explore everything because that's what we do. But I also want to make sure we're doing the trophies along the way. Otherwise, obviously, a little bit of a waste of time. We have got 14 of 47 trophies. Let me just make sure it's updated. Yeah, 14 of 47 trophies, 32%. Obviously, no DLC. So you've got the platinum, which is unlock all other trophies. We've completed all the memories and the sequences. We need to go back to modern day. We're missing a computer as well, aren't we? That's something we still need to do. I might do that first. Okay. Achieve 100% synchronization in all main missions. That's a given. I think we can check that actually. Where are we with synchronization? Because I honestly don't know. Epilogue. Last sequence recap. Okay. Database. No. Total sync is only 44%. Progress tracker. So I'm trying to see where I can look. So there we go. Sequence 1, 95%. So we're only 56% synchronized, and all main missions though. So we're 97% sync in missions. Red armor suit, Aloy the best, I think. Green too, to be honest. The colorations are quite nice. It's just not something I dealt with really, to be fair. I did talk about that as well, actually. So sequence 1 with 95%. Sequence 2's done. Sequence 3 is 95%. 4 is 100%. 5 is 95%. 6 is 100. 7 is 100. So because of that, we've got probably 3 missions to go back and do side optional objectives. We've barely touched assassin interceptions. We haven't completed a single hunting challenge, mainly because the one we did try, the hares never appeared, so we couldn't kill them. And we're missing one there as well. Secondary sequences. Collectibles, 34% down New York, 22% River Valley, 15% North Atlantic. Taverns, we've done 2, I think, 20%. 31% viewpoints, 6% Viking sword fragments, 20% gang headquarters, 50% forts, 28% totems, 8% Templar maps, 8% renovations, 12% settlements, and we're missing something at the end there. That is horrendous, and that's from doing the story, clearing as we go as well. But yeah, so one of the trophies, achieve full synchronization, capture all gang headquarters, that's fairly simple, counter kill 30 stalkers. Haven't been counting. Obviously we have counter killed stalkers, I don't know what number we're up to, so in some ways we've got to let them come after us to counter kill them for that one, without knowing how many we've done it to already. That's a tricky one. Complete all renovations, so again, we did see how we were with renovations. What are we at? Not that one. Not that one. Where's renovations? We did actually see where we're at, didn't we, with that? We're 8%, and we've got to complete all renovations. Complete 35 Abstergo challenges. Not sure where that one is. Oh, there. Does this tell us we've done 27 of 70? We need to complete 35. I've never really paid attention to these challenges. We need to complete one more assassin interception for another challenge. Perform 10 escapes from open conflict using blending or hiding. Diving into water from a height of 45 meters. Some of them are fairly simple, I think. Complete all assassin interceptions. So again, we could do that. Hang 5 enemies using rope darts. I think we could do these by clearing the map, to be fair. Pet 5 dogs. I just did it because I fancied doing it. I didn't know that. Okay. Yeah, I think a lot of these can be done just by doing normal stuff. Pickpocket we haven't done much of. Fully upgrade the Morrigan. Again, something we haven't needed to do because we were never encouraged to. Because we're not a pirate. So we've got to do the Morrigan. Loot 20 supply camps. I think we've been to 1, to be fair. Loot 20 ship convoys. Again, we've got to go and deal with those. You remember the stalkers from Horizon? You wait till you meet the ones in Forbidden West. Counter 20 smoke bombs successfully using a gas mask. We've been doing that a bit. We need to do more of it. So to repair all computers in Abstergo. That's something we probably will do now. Visit every location in the game. We know we've got to clear everything. Get the native armor. That's from the totems. Templar armor. Complete 17 story missions in the naval campaign. So I believe that's the ones inside the boat. I think like number 9, maybe 10. Collect all the animus fragments. Capture all forts. Capture all settlements. All legendary battles completed. So in the North Atlantic there are legendary fights. We need to do those. Destroy 100 icebergs. How do I know if we've done 100? It's a really interesting one, isn't it? Break through 500 meters of ice sheets. Free 300 British prisoners of war. We have done one of those ships that had them. I think you fought one in a side quest, but it wasn't an Apex. You wait till you see an Apex one. Harpoon and Narwhal, we can do that. Counter 15 air surprise attacks. Not sure on that one. Complete all native hills and ice caves. Okay, that's simple. Complete an outpost without being detected. That's an interesting one. Hit 5 enemies with Berserk Grenade at the same time. That's easily done, I think. Put 5 enemies to sleep with a sleep grenade at the same time. Again, we could sort that one out. Complete all assassin interceptions. Sink 10 ships in North Atlantic without dying, while only the hunted cheat is active. Okay. I don't know what the cheats are here. Activate Animus cheats to replay memories with additional advantages or challenges. When the cheat is turned on, your progress is not saved. Never dealt with cheats before. We have to sink 10 ships in North Atlantic without dying, while only the hunted cheat is active. So we'll have to look at that. Take over 10 large supply camps while only the veterans cheat is active. Okay. Kill 30 guards without dying while the endurance cheat is active. Okay. So, I honestly think we could get the platinum for this. While we're talking, I am going to quickly come out the... I'm going to come out of the Animus because I want to quickly go and finish off the modern day stuff. There's obviously things we've missed. And I think we should finish off doing that, so at least that's done. You've got quite a few side quests in the mountains. Finish them all. And that's the thing with side quests, they keep coming up. They will always be around. Okay, we know there's a couple of things to find here. I think it's one computer. What I'm thinking is the areas that were guarded may no longer be guarded. We've been in there. Where was the area guarded before? Although there are guards still around, actually. So maybe I'm wrong in that aspect.
I'm just saying that Violet didn't have to yell at us for not fixing the elevator before she did. I can't believe she made you cry like that.
Is this, we've been in here? Yeah, it's bathroom. I'm pretty sure it's going to be somewhere downstairs, I think. That's left to do.
This place is a fucking disaster piece.
We've been in here. This has definitely been done. There's like one computer and one bit of normal stuff to do. It's not much. This is finding them. We've been in here. Level 1. That's level 3. Yeah, we've been in here, haven't we? It's trying to work out where we've been and where we haven't is the difficult part. But yeah, so you guys need to kind of have a think about as well. Do we do the platinum live or should I do it off stream? Obviously, there's still bits and pieces of story and stuff that should be done, which would make sense being done on stream because obviously we all enjoyed the story. I'm just double checking we've done anything here. So in that aspect, I believe it should be.
This is a restricted area.
So we still can't go in that area. Okay, this is going to be confusing if we're still not in certain places.
I'm bored out of my skull. But orders are orders, and my orders are to stand right here.
As I say, I think we've only got... I wonder if I can check. Is it going to tell us how many are left? Messages. Okay, ignore the messages. Diary, my files, map. Security room, computer. Okay, I just wanted to see if we could possibly it would give us to tell us where these are, but I don't know. There is a computer there. Does that mean there's one we haven't done? Possibly be one we haven't done. Although I had thought we'd done them all. So this is one that's showing. It is one we haven't done. Oh, look at that. Oh, wow. Okay. That's good. I think this might be the last computer. My actual plan was to see if we could tell how many was left. Diary. Time to choose. We did that. That's fine. Map. Files. It's not going to tell us how many. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We're missing 15 and 18. So I think we've got 2 tablets to find, and I think this is the last computer. Like I said, there was a trophy for the computers. I don't think there was a trophy for tablets. Which if there isn't, we don't have to worry too much. Although, you know what I'm like. I like to do everything. Okay, I think that's right there. Let's move this one to the top. That one. There, done. So this should be the last bit of Berg information we get. Trophy achieved, Repairman.
Details of Harlan T. Cunningham's life were difficult to acquire, as many traces of his identity before becoming an assassin were altered or erased by Gavin Banks. It is only thanks to Agent DaCosta's remarkable skills that we are able to piece together this profile. Cunningham was outed as homosexual in high school, which unfortunately ruined a promising wrestling career. He left Texas as quickly as he could, and fled to Europe. Cunningham was recruited by the Brotherhood in Florence, Italy, under the leadership of assassin veteran Adriano Maestranzi. Sigma team attacked the Florence hideout in 2012, but Maestranzi detonated a bomb. 3 assassins were killed before the explosion, but Sigma team was annihilated in the process. Cunningham and I were the only survivors. Cunningham was last sighted in Rotterdam, alongside Aaron Schutt, a former mixed martial arts champion who also suffered a career backlash when he came out as homosexual. It is clear that Cunningham is mentoring Schutt in the ways of the Brotherhood. Although physically gifted and extremely dangerous, Schutt is a poor choice as an assassin. He is incapable of keeping a low profile and will compromise the Brotherhood despite himself. Recently, Cunningham stole a piece of Eden from an Abstergo facility in Rotterdam. During the operation, Schutt was charged to attack Abstergo employees throughout the city to draw attention away from his mentor. Although Sigma team managed to reclaim the item, both Cunningham and Schutt escaped. I will not allow Cunningham to get away from me a 3rd time.
Okay, so that told more about what happened in Rotterdam. That is the last computer done. So I didn't realise, obviously the map does tell you these things. I wish I knew. Maybe it didn't till now, I don't know. We are missing 2 bits of information. Is that our cubicle, or is that... Because I'm curious to whether it will tell us where his last 2 bits are. We don't need them for a trophy. As it's already said that. I've just checked the trophy list again. We don't need all the tablets for a trophy. It was just the computers. But I kind of feel bad if we miss something. I just want to double check. So this is saying we're in the right place. What I wasn't sure of is whether that would give us a location of a tablet. It doesn't. That gives us our location. What I'm going to do, we are just nearly out of time anyway. What I'm thinking, we travel down the lift. I just want to see if the map tells us where these things that we're missing are. If not, like I say, we don't need them for the trophy. I feel kind of weird leaving them behind though, because I like to make sure we've got everything. But they don't affect the story. They're just letters or emails, really, more than anything else. Let's just have a look. If the map shows them, perfect. If not, I don't know. Obviously, security area, we're not allowed in there. It does show them. Tablet. The maps are going to show us exactly where they are, then we may as well collect them, and they're all done. As I say, the computers was the only trophy-related one, but at least these give us that finalisation of that side of modern-day stuff. I don't know how we missed this one, but according to this, we did. It's just there. I believe there's one more after this. These are normally quite short emails. So to Philippe Charon from Melanie to May, 10th of September 2014. Kairos of Zarax. I thought the fad would die out, but big budget historical epics are still a thing. I think it's time Abstergo Entertainment showed everyone how it's really done. A quick glance through DDS files brought up the name Kairos of Zarax. He was a renowned athlete, but also studied with Pythagoras. That's a well-educated slice of beefcake right there. Right, so we are missing one of these. And I'd like to say it's not for trophy, but I kind of feel weird leaving something behind if we're not careful. Where is the last one? This will tell me. I didn't know we could do this. Oh, it's actually not showing up the last one. That's our computer. That's fine. That's where we are now. It is there. That's our cubicle. Where's this last one then? Server room. I thought it would show it up. It just showed that one up. That's servers, lobby, Helix research. Am Oh, that's weird. It's not showing up the last one. Okay, that's surprising. I thought it would. Considering it just gave us that one. If there's something secret to the last one, then it's something we've got to work out sometime in the future. I've done both of these little areas. Wasn't there a guard guarding a door here? Did both of those toilets. I'm pretty sure there was a guard guarding the door.
These hand-drawn animations are fantastic.
Let's see if he's still there. He is still there. Because he's there. These are the security rooms, aren't they?
I'm bored out of my skull. But orders are orders, and my orders are to stand right here.
I can't jump anywhere, so I can't even get across to anywhere. Different, that's the problem. We did... that's level 1. I think we've checked in there. Yeah, weird it's not showing up. Unless there is something secret to that final one, I don't know. There's not a trophy for it, so in some ways it's not a big deal, but I kind of feel a bit weird leaving it. So let's check the map one more time. I'm kind of wondering if it doesn't show up until on that level. That makes sense. I know I can check across. Because we didn't check that until on that level, so I wonder. Let's go down to the basement. I know this is frustrating, but I kind of want to make sure. I want to know why we can't see it. Let's go to the basement and just see if it pops up on the map when we're level with it. It is going to bug me if I can't find it. Okay. Will it show up on the map here? Now we're down here. I wonder if it's showing more information, because it has done that previously. No, we've got the security room there. We know we can't go in. That's fine. Nothing else is showing there, so I'm wondering. Back in the left. This may not work, but it's worth a look. I've got a feeling it might not show us until we're there. Let's see if it will show us the one here. As I say, it's not needed for anything, but I kind of feel bad leaving it behind. That's why we're getting out.
I just don't get modern art.
Okay, will the map show anything here? No, it doesn't. I really thought it would show us something. And we've been in this room several times, haven't we? So I don't... Oh, wait. There's something there. I can't get to it. Can get to it. So it didn't show up. Tablet document final. Okay. A painting of a remote area with a marked spot. Someone wanted to remember this location. I'm assuming we need to do something with that spot. Maybe in the other time frame. This is the actual tablet. To Kamanaron from Melanie LeMay, 25th of August 2014, Xiaojun. We got a first glimpse of Xiaojun while in the Ezio Auditory section of Sample 17. We did. We're going to see a bit more of her when we do the 2.5D side-scrollers. With so much demand for strong female characters right now, do you think we can focus on R&D into finding her genetic material? There is some evidence connecting her to the Zhejiang Emperor, who by all historical accounts was a cruel jackass. Great villain potential, if memory serves. I think there was also a Mongol invasion around that time. There's a lot of potential for a great new action franchise. There we go. I can't believe I found that. I was not expecting that. I thought the maps would tell us, because they did. But that is all of them found. I can now feel a bit better about finishing. Right, we are right at the end of the stream today. So what we're going to do, we're going to jump into Shay's memory. So we then start back there. potentially tomorrow morning. I will let everyone know in tonight's stream. I'm still in two minds. I'm still waiting to find out what's happening tomorrow. Otherwise, tomorrow we'll use to try and finish off as many trophies as possible, which I think will just be clearing everything up, because the trophies seem to be quite linked to clearing the map. Where is our computer?
But orders are orders, and my
Not there.
orders are to stand right here.
I've lost our computer. It's here somewhere. This one? That's not ours, is it? No. Is this ours? Yes, okay. I knew I'd find it eventually. So we go back into Shay's memories. That's where we'll come out. So all the modern day stuff is done. I'm kind of glad we found the last one, because otherwise I think I would have felt a bit weird, as we are trying to complete it fully to leave something behind. Special rewards on check out the picture in the present day for information. So there is a reward unlocked according to that. But if we look at progress tracker just to finish off, we are 56% done. There is still a lot to do. As I said, hopefully we'll have tomorrow evening, but I'll know for definite later what's happening there. And we'll talk about that, whether we do all of this on stream or not. I think we should. It's down to you guys. There is quite a lot still to do before we move on to Unity. I need to have a look at the 2.5 side scrollers. We were talking earlier about what's coming next. And obviously it's Unity Syndicate. And I forgot to say, we've got these other ones to do, these mini ones. I don't think they'll take long. I haven't even looked at them to see what they're like. I don't know if they'd make better episodic content. I'm not sure. I might have to have a look. I might have a profile, not so I don't ruin anything on this one. Just to see, it might be better off as an episodic rather than live stream. I don't know. That's something to think about. But that is it for today. That is us finished. Not for today, actually. We're back this evening with Genshin Impact for 2 hours this evening, where we'll continue on with the event. But this is Assassin's Creed Rogue main story finished. We still have lots to do for the Platinum Trophy. I don't know how long it's going to take. We'll have to work that one out. But thank you to everyone who's joined us so far. Very much appreciated. As always, thank you for the likes, the comments, the views, the conversation. We will be back this evening, as I say, 9:30 PM GMT. Hopefully we'll see some of you there. Thank you all for watching. Have a good day. Bye-bye.